we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. This is episode 395. We're excited to have you here. We have all the boys in the back. And as always, as you should know, we are presented by the one, the only FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Now we're gonna talk to you, boys through this nice and slow on Dinger Tuesday. Big hits get bigger because FanDuel lets customers choose their own reward every Tuesday to use on home run bets. So tell us how you're going to play your game. You can drop a bet reset and get a little refund on your wager if your bet loses, or you can scoop a 50% profit boost token and season your bet with a few extra bucks if you win. Make your choice and the reward will be ready to use at your next home run bet. Visit FanDuel.com/Bussin to choose your reward for home run bets every Dinger Tuesdays. Play ball with the home for home runs on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. You see me squinting? What's up?
I just took pictures of you with your.
I'm going to cut in. It's 394, episode 394.
I start over.
No. Just say 394. You can cut it in.
I think I'm leaving all this in.
394. And we're back. Yeah, do my eyes.
We're episode 394.
We're episode 394.
We're episode 394.
And it's a beautiful time to be here.
AP poll is out.
Boom.
Bussin' and Pate on campus
Has
has been
officially
announced.
been announced. It's no longer allegedly. Oh yeah, that's worth a round of applause. That is absolutely worth a round of applause.
The inaugural launch of Rippin with the Boys happened.
Another round of applause for that as well. Very successful stream from a community standpoint. What else, dude?
What else did we got on the docket?
I went to PBR this weekend. That was kind of sick. I enjoyed that.
What else is going on? What else is going on in the world?
No,
Can we bring up the Rolodex of the
for
intro
the love
topics?
of God.
Oh shit!
Can we zoom in?
New merch.
Oh, are you wearing new merch?
New merch is out.
I'm wearing new merch. Is that new merch?
This is new merch.
Can
People
I-
that have been asking me about this hat, you can now get it in stores. People have been asking about the bucket hat. You can now get it in stores. Top sellers like the hoodie, you can get in stores. And if you're a Nebraska fan watching, you can get some new Nebraska gear in stores. BWTB.com. New merch is out. The launch has happened. Question, Taylor.
Yes. I see the Nebraska gear. That looks really nice on you. But what about the Michigan fans out there? Do they have anything for them?
I believe they do.
Oh my God, really?
I believe they do. You got Michigan, you got Nebraska, you got general football fandom gear. Bussin' football line is out.
And all these guys wearing bucket hats in the back, are those for sale too?
BWTB.com.
Are
my
you
friend.
serious?
BWTB.com.
And when does it drop?
It's out right now.
Oh my
Today.
God, it's out now?
Go to the internet.
Oh my God. So we just go to BWTB.com right now.
One
click.
Hit the
And
dial up.
you can get all this merch right there.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible, boys. I love it.
Preseason football took place last week, all week long.
Yeah.
Got to see some rookies.
My
got to
bad.
see some action.
It was amazing. I loved it. I do want to say my friend got hurt. Jeremiah Love, high ankle sprain. He will not be playing the rest of the preseason. Hopefully see him in week 1. Because that is, I will say, probably, I mean, no disrespect to you, but my best friend.
Jeremiah Love, yeah. You guys
we
have a date planned
we
out.
have
when
a,
you
we
go
have
to
a
Arizona?
rapport. We have a rapport. Yeah, we're going people watching in the off season in Old Town Scottsdale. I can't wait, and it breaks my heart to see him get an ankle. But my God, did he look good?
Bro.
Did he not look amazing?
He just looks like a superstar in the making.
Yeah. He's
Trying to hurdle guys, just the flow with how he gets hit, the spinning, the jukes. Hate that he has a high ankle.
It's no good.
High ankle's tough.
That's no bueno.
He'll be good.
I had one of those back in 2 weeks.
All right. If he's got the blood of Mitch Carsley, I'll tell you what, he ain't going to have no problems, is he? And Jeremiah Love has even an ounce of Carsley in him.
That's Jeremiah Love. Like, he's going to have the best treatment everything. I'm at D3 and I got back in 2 weeks.
But you probably had a low ankle sprain.
No,
Yeah.
the trainer actually said
You probably jammed your toe.
No, the trainer actually said, shout out Mike Keeney, said this is the worst high ankle sprain I've ever seen.
The highest.
No, I'm not buying that stock. I'm not buying that
that's
stock.
insane.
2 weeks on the worst high ankle
First
sprain
off,
he's
high
ever
ankle
seen.
sprains are so painful.
Oh,
That's a
trust
4
me.
to 6 weeker a lot of times.
It was probably his first day working.
Yeah.
So probably the only high ankle
They wanna
sprain.
make
He's
it
been
feel
there for
good.
25 years, so check your facts.
Okay.
you just not want me. You just don't want me to be tough. I mean,
Mitch,
I
go
was
ahead.
a-
What else you got for this? What else is going on this week?
What are we talking about?
What was you? What other injuries have you had?
Just that. I was lucky.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
And you came back in 2 days, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Nothing.
I
Tell you what. Maybe we're wrong.
Possibly. I don't want the fans out there listening and think this expectation that Jeremiah Love has to be back in 2 weeks. Or
I'm
he's a
not
pussy.
saying he's going to be back.
That's kind of
in
what
2
Mitch
weeks.
is saying.
Or he
Yeah.
has to be back in 2 weeks. I think he's going to be fine. This is nothing to worry about. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
This is one of those situations with Jeremiah Love when you sit there and we've been talking about how close football is, how close. If you're an Arizona Cardinal fan right now, I'm here to tell you, yeah, the football season relatively to the year is very close, but we still got plenty of time. There's a plenty of time for him to rest and rehab and be ready for week 1.
Yeah, because we
That
don't
would
need
feel
you. I mean, it's like, if you're Arizona, you're looking to the future. You're not looking at
Yeah.
really this season a whole lot.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure he gets back. He's right. He's healthy.
Arizona's interesting, man. They're in a division that's just absolutely a gauntlet with the 49ers, the Seahawks, and obviously the Rams. But you watch a game, the Hall of Fame game like Carson Beck, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, is it Brissett? How long will it be Brissett? And then do we give Beck a shot at some point in the year? Because it's going to be a tough year for the Arizona Cardinals. There's no way around
I
it.
personally think you throw Beck into the fire.
After you give Brissett a brand new contract?
Yes.
Okay.
You thought for one
That's my bad.
second.
Didn't serve you up on that. That's my bad.
I'm thinking, fair point. Yes.
I think you go Brissett right away. I am the farther I get into this, the Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, Carson Beck. You look at these quarterbacks. Cade Klubnik also looked really good in the Jets game. Looked really good. With these guys that have some potential, we're looking at him going, okay, we see a guy that can maybe lead us in the future. Let's not kill his mojo right away. Let's let these other guys get out there, fight through the flames as we we're looking towards the future mode. And when he's ready in your mind, you put him in there. Ty Simpson, he got Stafford. Beck, he's got Brissett. Jets, I have no clue. Who else? What did I say? Oh, Ty. That's it. Nando Mendoza got Kirko Thuggins.
He looked good.
He looked
Nando
nice.
Mendoza looked good.
Drew Aller has Aaron Rodgers.
Drew Aller has Aaron Rodgers. By the way, Drew Aller, he looked incredible. It makes you kind of sick for the Penn State fans, honestly, after what happened last year. Makes you sick because Drew Aller, I feel like he's got the frame, he's got the size, he's got a little wiggle to him, he's got a rocket for an arm. Be exciting to see him in the future. But these guys getting able to sit down, I think, is a big win, no?
I look at it more from the standpoint that no matter when Beck goes in, he's going to be thrown into the fire because
No doubt.
the Arizona Cardinals are the bottom of that division. Regardless, I'm not like, I guess I am shitting on Arizona. But I'm not like actually thinking of him that way. I just think like you got Seattle, you got the Rams, you got the Niners. Like there is not going to be a right time to throw Carson Beck into the fire.
I don't think you're like shitting on them like being nasty. Like objectively, anybody who watches football is going to look at the Arizona Cardinals this year and be like, yeah, they're not contenders.
And I just think
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
throw that new blood in there and get him going, get him acclimated. It's like
Yeah.
you look at Peyton Manning, he went 3-13 his first year,
3-13.
set a record for interceptions.
Yep.
Part of a shitty team.
Yep.
No real succession plan in place. Whereas Drew Aller's got Aaron Rodgers, you got Ty Simpson, he's got Matt Stafford, you got Fernando Mendoza, he's got Kirk Cousins.
I agree.
Not
with
like putting, obviously Kirk's getting older. I'm not like putting him in that echelon or that tier. But there's like a good succession plan in place to where it's like Arizona's going to be battling their ass off, probably losing several games at the beginning of the year, whereas Vegas could have a plan in place where they could feel good before they put Fernando in. Maybe they put Fernando in right away because he's the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it as far as like the Raiders and Cardinals, teams of that stature who are there's going to be no right time.
Yeah.
There's going to be no winning football, and you drop a couple games. Do we look at this guy? It's like you might as well get those rookies going.
There's never a good time for a rookie quarterback's first start. And that's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take by
It's a
Will.
Kevin's Natural
It's
Foods.
a Kevin's Natural Foods.
Clean.
Yeah, it's a clean take by Will Compton right there. I do like the idea of the guy sitting behind him for a little bit, learning a little bit, watching the processes of the season. But I think either way, if they're going to be guys, they're going to be guys. They're going to be dudes no matter what. You know, all I'm thinking about right now, boys, we're so close to football. It's right around the corner.
Dude, I know.
We'll be 18 days away. I think when this comes out, 17 days away from the first week of college football. AP poll came out today. I mean, come on, fellas, go ahead and pop up that AP poll for me. Let me look a little peek ski at that boy. We talked about it.
First reactions of the AP poll.
Give me one statement when you look at this AP poll. I'm surprised that this team is where they're at.
Fired the fuck up.
Okay, love that. Hyphenated, because again, I look at this top 25. I love all the teams in the top 25. I think all the extra votes, the teams on the outside looking in. But this is one of the first years I look at this entire top 25 and excitement, because usually in years past, it's like you look at 10 up. And you think, okay, who's going to be the big dog to actually compete for the national title? I think you could be asking who's going to be competing for the national title out of what, the top? Go down to even Michigan, that top 16. Yeah, I mean,
like top 10 is stacked.
Yeah.
But you look at LSU, Texas Tech, Alabama, BYU, USC, Michigan. Washington's going to be a master of chaos this year. Penn State's going to have has one of the softer schedules in the Big Ten because they make some noise by having 10 plus wins.
Yeah.
SMU, all you hear about is Miami this, Miami that, Miami this, Miami that. SMU beat them last year.
Right.
They're going to be hungry. Tennessee, they could be a team that's on the top 25 that I don't see on the top 25 by the end of the year. I think Ohio State, as far as teams who are too high right now, like Ohio State, I'm not sold as the number one team in the country.
Yeah,
A&M, I think, is sneaking in there in the top 10.
Yeah. That's a good one statement to define how you feel about this AP top 25, man. The thing that I'm looking at, and it's right in the middle of that graphic, is 12 and 14. Everyone talking about Texas Tech, all the stuff that happened this offseason. Cody Campbell putting all the money in to Texas Tech. But Kalani Shiitake and the Crumble Cookie Brigade down there at BYU, dude, they are just sneaky. They got a little snubbed out of the playoffs last year. They go 11-1. They go to the Big 12 championship game. They lose that game, and they're out of the playoffs. No one really had a conversation about them when Texas was let out, or Vanderbilt, or Notre Dame. Those are the kind of the three teams that everyone was arguing about. But, BYU kind of sat back and was like, all right, you keep talking about them. They're a sneaky team. I'll tell you, the Church of Latter-day Saints, that's a sneaky school right there. Brigham Young, and then Boschmere, dude. Him working that 47, sophomore season. No,
Boschmere, man.
He had a great.
It's all right, Boschmere.
Boschmere it is.
He goes by Boschmere.
Friends
call him
Boschmere.
I put a little French on it, dude.
Wait, you can't wear a Boschmere out with the boys?
That's what I'm saying, man. Put a little extra English on it. But rocking 47 at the quarterback position, love it or hate it, it's polarizing. It's polarizing to say the least. So I like it.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Bring up the top 25 again.
Man. Bringing it up.
You bring it up. And a team you don't see on here that I think will be on there by the end of the year. Wait, they are on there. I saw them down there in the left corner. I was going to say Utah. I was excited to deliver that one. Not that I like them. I just think they have two tough games on their schedule, and it's Texas Tech and it's BYU. That's about it.
Yeah.
And there's, according to the research and some sources, there's only 3 teams with $30 million plus rosters. Texas Tech spends big dog money. They're they're north of 40. But BYU and Utah both healthy above the 30 mark. Everybody else, you're like below 30. You're looking at the majority of teams in the Big 12 below 20.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And they said there's only 3 teams that are above 30 in all of college football?
No, in the Big 12.
Got you. Okay. That checks out a lot more. This guy you just pulled up here, Devin Dampier, this guy is an absolute stud. And I hate bringing this up on this show. I'll just say his bowl game performance was a classic for a quarterback. When you hang your hat on, like when he's done playing, he'll look back at that bowl game and be like, look what I did. He was very impressive. So he's going to have another big time season this year.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of the Scurs, man.
Yeah, it was tough, man. I had it on. I was watching that, I think the same time as I was watching Michigan, Texas. I had it a little popped up right there.
How do you feel about Texas's ranking? I feel like no matter what, year in and year out, they're always in the top 5.
Yeah, year in and year out, always the bridesmaid, never the bride when it comes to Texas as of recently. I think this is a huge year for the head coach. Massive year. I think Arch Manning is sitting right where he needs to be as far as expectations goes. High expectations for the boy, but going into his first year starting last year, everybody was having the conversation of he's going to be an all-pro caliber guy, ready. He's got his last name, like he's going to be a Heisman dude. And he didn't do anything yet. But you look at the last 6 games of the year, especially the second half of Mississippi State, that's when I'm thinking to myself that this kid is he's going to be electric, and he's in a great spot. Get Cam Coleman. They put the money on the roster, like you just said, about $40 million. That's where I look at Texas and I'm like, this is the year for Texas, for Sark, for Manning. I like them in the SEC. They're probably my front runner. The other team that's in there that is sitting just outside of the top 10, LSU. The more I look at, I wasn't super sold on Lane Kiffin and what was taking place at Ole Miss. It left a taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work out, LSU.
You almost don't want to root for him. Not necessarily it's not going to work out.
Yeah. You're a little more reserved about, like, do I really want to plant the flag for the Tigers? The more I've seen it, Sam Leavitt, before he gets injured last year, he's rushing for over 50 yards per game. He's slinging the ball over the field. If it wasn't for another 0 blitz against Mississippi State, they're winning that game as well against the SEC team. SEC team that was beating the dog shit out of Texas just before that. So, buddy, I'm kind of big on LSU. Who is number 14? Caden Green? No, something Green.
Trades Green.
Trades Green, number 14. 6'7", tight end.
I get to watch him when they played Vandy last year, and he stands out when you see him on the field.
So the rumor about this kid right now is he's got the gold do not touch jersey on at practices because they know how much of an absolute mismatch he is for everybody on the field. He's too big for DBs. He's too athletic for linebackers. He's routing kids up everywhere to the point where, like, don't touch him. Like, we need this kid to go off for us. Sam Leavitt.
Kind of soft, though.
Kind of soft. That's the coaching staff. That's not him.
I know.
That's the coaching staff. That's not him.
But you almost said, just as a player, like, Coach, I can't be wearing this shit. Boys are going to be chirping me like, you got the special privilege jersey on.
Yeah, but also, if you're that cat and it's like, I'm not trying to work during camp. Like, you take the Ferrari out on Sundays or Saturdays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be the mindset.
You say the right things in front of the coach, but when you get home, you're like, fuck, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, exactly. Coach, come on, let me play. Thank God, man. I got to ease all day. You're on the game that night. And dude, I love, I think every report you see of Sam Leavitt had the Liz Frank injury. You know how bad that can be. It was limited in spring ball, gets to camp, and everything I'm hearing is he is lighting up. He is lighting up. Whit Weeks running the defense. Their defense is going to be good. They kept their DC. So I'm big on LSU right now. I'm big on them. I'm getting close to pulling Georgia out of the SEC championship for the first time in forever.
I know,
putting Texas and LSU in there.
You've been talking. The whispers haven't just been whispers, but you've been talking like Georgia ain't going to be. They're not going to be in the mix there.
I don't want to be that guy, but I find myself saying the same verbiage over and over again about Kirby Smart and Gunnar Stockton. Don't bet against it. But then as I talk more and more about it, I'm like, where are the perimeter players? Where's the rush on the defense? I start to feel myself being like, am I going to be the one idiot to kind of put my foot in my mouth and bet against?
Georgia.
I know. And listen, I know the kind of weird territory I'm walking into right now. And it's not like a hate thing. I'm a big fan of Georgia. When we went there a couple of years ago, they treated us like kings. They were incredible. I'm just looking at how much more talent is on Texas, how much more talent is on LSU. And then you even see Oklahoma sitting there at 10. I know there's a couple guys on this bus right now that are big on Oklahoma this year. But Texas and LSU, to me, from a talent standpoint, it's like those head coaches haven't got it done like Kirby Smart has. But their rosters are riddled with NFL guys. Absolutely riddled. And we haven't even talked about Oregon yet.
That's the best roster. About Oregon? What's to say? It's like everybody knows. I'm surprised they're not the number one team in this AP poll.
What's interesting to me is in our circle of guys that understand the college football game, people that we've talked to, when you talk about who's your guy to win, who's your team to win the national championship, Oregon's not really mentioned. And it's like, then you go into the roster. It's the best roster in college football. Look how much money they put in. Dante Moore came back. He didn't go to the NFL when he could have been a top 10
Their
pick.
defense is nasty.
They have
obviously not even talking about Dante Moore on the offense, but their defense, nuts, bro.
Dude, they had 7 other guys other than Dante Moore that decided not to go to the NFL to come back to Oregon to bring a national championship. And it's just like, they're running back in camp. What's his last name? Davidson? Jordan Davidson. Broke his collarbone. He'll be week to week. He'll probably miss the first couple of weeks of college football. But the guy behind him was rushing for 9.3 yards per carry. Deer Hill.
Also was a true freshman last year.
Also was a true. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then we haven't even mentioned Decorian Moore. His sophomore season.
They had 2 like top 100 guys that were on the roster. The freshmen performed so well last year. They end up transferring out because they just know what time it is.
Yeah. I'll be honest, dude. As we're talking about Oregon, it's like, did we forget last November when Jeremy Klint bought stock on this team? Like, what a time. What a time
he's
to
a
do it.
bandwagon guy.
He's a bandwagon guy.
He is.
But that is before transfer portal. That is before Dante Moore decided to come back. There's a lot of things that, although Klump did pick a flashy, easy to jump on team, he picked him before a couple of big dominoes fell, and I'll give him that.
Thank you.
I also agree with Will, though. I also agree with Will. You are a big bandwagon guy. You like the winners. You like the winners.
Dan Lanning and Oregon haven't won anything though.
Yeah, but
I didn't pick a team that's like notoriously
They won the Big Ten a couple years ago.
in national championships. All this, you know.
Yeah, and they got steamrolled.
I also want it to be known Dan Lanning gave me that video shouting me out for committing to Oregon. So again, you guys can have
Dan
your
Lanning,
opinions.
friend of the
Good
show.
point.
Dan Lanning, friend
You
of
guys
the
can
show.
have your
Friend of the
have your
show.
opinions, but I am an Oregon Duck, and
Can I just put a pause
year.
on this real quick? Can I just put a pause on that real quick?
Yeah, he's a Florida fan. You picked Florida first.
He picked Florida like 4 or 5.
But just like the new NIL
Thank
era,
you.
he decommitted.
these guys don't get ball right now. They're,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
in on the new college football
Klump's
landscape.
changing with the
Cody
times. It
gets it.
seems
That's
like
why
you
he's
guys
not
kind of
saying
stuck in the
nothing.
past a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Clean take.
What?
Clean. That's Kevin. That's Foods Clean Take. These guys might be stuck in the past. You're adapting with college
Yes,
football.
Yes.
But I want to pause that. Oregon, you'll see where I put them when we do the locker room futures in about a week. You'll see where I put them. You brought up something. I don't want to have my opinion on it because I'm very biased, but you noticed you said Ohio State at number 1 being a little bit high. You've said, I don't know if you've said publicly, but on a plane ride to Ohio a couple weeks ago, you talked about a certain scenario with Ohio State. I'd love for you to break that down for me.
There are occasions where I find myself looking at Ohio State's schedule, and it's not out of the realm of thinking they could be a 3-loss team this year.
Does that include Michigan?
If I'm a betting man, I'm not betting that, but I wouldn't be like, you look at Ohio State's schedule. They go to Texas, you go to Iowa, you go to Indiana, you go to USC, you go to Nebraska, you host Michigan.
And
They have a gauntlet of a schedule. Oh yeah, they host Oregon.
Man, they could lose 3. That's not a crazy take.
Yeah,
Can I tell you something?
Ohio State's going to be a great team. Like, they really are. But you look at their schedule, they have one of the harder schedules in college football. Like, they're going to have to earn every blade of grass when they go into this season.
There was a snicker that took place when you brought up Nebraska.
I'm glad you said that.
There was a snicker that took place.
Yep.
Sherman Young, what date does Nebraska play Ohio State?
Let me see. November 21st, I believe.
What's the next game they have?
Uh-oh. November 28th, that would be Michigan.
Is
Wolverines.
that arguably the greatest rivalry in all of sports?
It has been said many a times accurately, sir.
So would it be crazy for me to say that possibly an incredible trap game for a team that's looking forward to the greatest rivalry in all of sports? So much so that the head coach of that team in Columbus, Ohio said, Senior Day is now week 1. We're not doing Senior Day. We don't want distractions from Michigan. We're focused on Michigan. So Senior Day is now going to be week 1 of the season.
Ooh.
First home game of the season. So all that focus on Michigan. What if there's a sneaky team? What if there's a sneaky team with a quarterback? What's that?
Do you listen to your friend right
You
now?
hear your friend right now?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, how can it be a trap game when Nebraska at most is only going to have 2 losses on their schedule?
I'm
not doing
my
predictions,
best,
but-
bro, I'm trying my best. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, how can it be considered a trap game if we are a 2-loss team?
Yes, if you guys are a 2-loss team, then it would no longer be a trap game. You're going to get all of Ohio
That could be a
State.
playoff game. Both teams with 2 losses going into it.
Yeah, I love the I love the spin that you have. I know you're rooting for the Skurs.
Oh yeah, I'm scared.
Them
I'm a
coming
DVR guy.
to Lincoln.
You
like,
saw Buddy on, what was it, CBS, calling the Skurs mid. I didn't even tag you in it. I just sat in the batter's box for you. I knew you'd see it. And then he actually came down and tagged you, which was kind of nuts to me. The guy who was speaking on it.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show?
Just like friends of we've been out and about and came across him a couple times. We met him down when we were in Nebraska for the Bussin Bowl last year.
Oh, I guess I just forget
We went
traitors.
on their set.
Oh, that was them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. I don't pay no mind to it. I completely understand. I was talking to Klump about this before the pod. I completely understand the pattern and rhythm of being in the Nebraska cycle year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can truly narrow it down to just speaking ball, like us having a massive letdown year last year, not like the record and we got to go to a bowl game and all that stuff, but if you look at what were the massive pain points for Nebraska football when we just blundered that back half of the year, run defense, O-line play, and limited quarterback play. Not to say Dylan wasn't a good quarterback and can't be a great quarterback, just the mobility and the pocket awareness that our team would have had to have had with that line of scrimmage that we put on the field last year.
With the lack of your offensive line, you need a more athletic, mobile quarterback to kind of combat that.
Yeah, and so looking at run defense, which was a glaring issue for us, firing Coach Butler, who was a former DB coach in the NFL, bringing a guy like Orich over from San Diego State, who my man Cody was telling me his ascension into the D coordinator world of how he's turned some defenses around and focuses. This is a linebacker first guy that is all about the front seven. And you're going to know these glaring issues that you got to fix. Owen Chambliss, he's on the Butkus watch list this year. A linebacker you're going to keep an eye on this year, 6'3", 240, absolutely stacked.
Can I just put a quick nugget in that? I don't respect this company, but PFF had him as the highest graded Big Ten returning starter.
Yes.
Okay.
He did highest graded linebacker in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that little stat too. And he looks the part. But again, fixing some of the problems and big issues we had defensively. And again, if we're just talking ball, getting out of the pattern and the rhythm of the Nebraska cycle.
Yeah.
If we're just talking ball. Run defense, offensive, the line of scrimmage. You fire Coach Raiola. You go and get Jeep Wade from Georgia Tech. He's going to be a beast. With better talent, we didn't tap into any type of talent or ceiling that we had last year on the line of scrimmage. We do have a more talented offensive line. And then you add the dynamic of Anthony Calandra at quarterback. Like, we got some skill players returning, even the back seven on defense. We got guys. We had some young guys out there. We have, I want to say, top 3 in returning production in the Big Ten. I just think that all puzzled in. I won't be surprised. That's just me selling people on my optimism of Nebraska football this year.
I love it. And you're more calm about it. You can feel it. I see you being intentional about it.
Again, no expectations this year.
Well, that's not true, but it's okay for me to let you believe that.
Okay.
Do you understand? You understand where I'm coming from?
We can agree right there.
Like, if I see a world where we can poke holes in what you're saying and kind of get you fired up, but for the sake of this year and the optimism of what's about to take place, I'm not going to do that. Like, we'll let it unfold. We'll be there for you, good or bad. And we're going to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
And just to point out the fact, something that I think you guys can both agree on and shake hands on is Ohio State better look out when they come to Lincoln. I think y'all both said that, right?
Yes. Different scenarios, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it, dude. Yeah. And it would.
We got 3 dogs: Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State.
Got to pluck one.
Couple swings. Iowa and Washington.
Oh.
You get Washington on Halloween with the blackout.
Okay.
After a bye week.
Spooky.
And obviously Iowa, that's the last game of the year. You have to get Iowa.
That is spooky. God. Yeah, you got to get Iowa. And listen, you don't get Iowa's dominated the way they have, but they only dominate until they don't, right?
Yeah.
They only dominate until they don't. It's just got to be 1 year. It's got to be 1 year, and why not this year that you guys finally get Iowa?
Right. And again, I don't want to make this a Nebraska pod.
Right.
I don't want to paint expectations. I don't want to continue to talk about Nebraska. Coach Rule texted me 1 rep at a time.
Not even 1 game at a time.
I followed up and I'm like 1 game at a time.
Okay. So he's trying to get on the micro. You just showed him the macro a little bit.
And he says that's life. And I'm like, you're goddamn right.
You're goddamn right. I like your approach this year. It's very different than years past.
100%.
Which is kind of like, I know the thought process is still the same when you're by yourself and you're looking at yourself in the mirror. I know that. And that's all good. But I love your public switch up. Knowing all the things are the same in that brain of yours.
Yeah.
But choosing to go about it differently, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So you are changing insanity right now.
Clean take.
That's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take.
Clean take.
Notre Dame.
I love
they could win it all this year.
this year.
I mean, onward. Cody, I'd like to talk about Oklahoma a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
What do you got for me? We
Sell the people on Oklahoma.
Yeah, sell the people in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
You
we
love
talked a little bit about it last week, but I just think with them making it to the playoffs last year without being able to run the football and Venables being a defensive head coach, they're going to come into this year and run the football. And you got John Mateer back, looking beefy. You
Looks
got
good.
some weapons on the outside. You lose a few pieces on defense, but return a lot of it.
A couple 5-star guys.
Yeah, and I think that their defense, you can argue, is going to be the best defense in the country. I think they should be talked about in that top 5 to 7 team range. I think that is their ceiling with a pretty high floor as well.
Just completely not thinking about week 2 of the college football season and my complete bias that'll take place there. Anytime Brett Venables has a play sheet in his hand with a defense, I don't think it matters what 11 guys are out there. They're going to have the upper hand strategically to handle anything.
Yeah.
Unless the guy's name's Jason Beck on the other side of the line of scrimmage, but that's all good. John Mateer, very muscular. This shirt looks incredible right here. Does it worry you at all with a quarterback putting this much muscle on?
Yeah, I have always been, under the assumption you gain too much muscle, you become more muscle bound, and then you have less flexibility and you're prone to more injury. But if you put it on the right way, I guess, you can take more hits, but I think Dak Prescott, John Mateer, I don't know what trainer's telling him to put on this much weight.
Yeah, you're looking more at soft tish.
Yeah,
They're focused on the
soft-tish.
endurance
Clean take.
process.
Yeah, soft tish damage.
It's a clean take. It's a clean take. Have less muscle mass if you're going to be a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, looking at Brady Quinn, I mean, when he was, he's fun to look at, if you're into that sort of stuff. But but as far as having the flexibility to throw the football, yeah.
I'm not in the camp of questioning the trainer aspect because that trainer is James Dobson,
True.
and that's my guy.
And I will tell you this, that might be Will's guy, but if it wasn't Will's guy, that'd be my guy. And I love Dobson.
All right.
I'm a fan of Dobson.
Very sorry, Mr. Dobson.
yeah,
And
thank you.
listen, a lot of things happen outside the weight room, right? Nutrition, kitchen, things that Dobson, clearly this kid's been handling himself off the field as well. As long as we're getting some stretching as well.
Yeah,
Get some stretching.
I agree with everything he said. It's just when he brought up the trainer aspect, I'm not going down that path.
Yeah, you can cut that.
Yeah,
No, don't cut it. Keep it in there.
I'll make sure Coach Dobson listens.
We'll see in week 2.
Dobson will text his guy Will. Will will then report to me, even though Dobson has my phone number as well. That's all good.
Cody and Dobson can talk week 2 when they
Yeah,
that'll be perfect.
exactly.
Yes, man.
Talk to me about this offense. I don't want to put you too much on the spot. I just know you're really big on Oklahoma. So if you don't know, all good. The season hasn't started yet. Their offensive line. They had a 5-star cat start at left tackle. I believe it was week 2 last year. He was injured during camp.
Mm-hmm.
They were bottom in all of college football in rushing the ball. I think it was 3.2 yards per carry.
Yeah, it was 115 to 120 yards on the ground per game.
Yikes. Right? And a lot of that's Mateer's legs on broken plays. Because I have not looked into this. This is me actually asking. What was the fix this offseason?
They brought in a couple of transfers on the offensive line, and we talked about it last week. As a defensive head coach, the only thing that frustrates you more not being able to stop the run is not being able to run the football offensively. And they went to make changes to be able to run the football this season. And if you don't, even if you get up to about 150 yards a game, which is not that hard in college football, but even if they get to that point, you're not telling me they're winning less than 10 games. I have a hard time hearing that.
Pull up Oklahoma schedule.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
You say not winning less than 10 games. I would love to go and argue it, be for it or against it, but I need to see the schedule.
What's their over/under? What's their total?
We can look that up. Can somebody just look that up on their phone real quick while we look at the schedule?
8.5, I think, is what it is.
8.5.
Wow.
Let me double check.
All right, let's get in Cody's brain here. We got UTEP 1-0. Clearly, Michigan. You're going to put them at 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a really bad matchup. Even though I am high on Michigan, we've talked about it, but with what Jason Beck wants to do is run the football. You're not going to run the football on a Brent Venables defense. I think that's just a really bad matchup for Michigan rather than me being low on Michigan. I think it's just a bad matchup.
you've been very positive about Michigan. Mm-hmm. We've talked about it.
Very high. Big Kyle Whittingham, big Jay Hill, big Jason Beck fan.
Yeah, you can tell he feels the spotlight with having to answer that question.
No doubt. And that's why I'm not going to I'm not going to bring up the fact that Jason Beck
we're just talking ball.
He navigated that well.
Yeah. Jason Beck's run the most different personnels in all of college football last last year, 11, 10, 12, 13, 20. He runs all different kinds, and he's not just running the ball between the two tackles like we did last year with the last coaching staff. It's pulling, we're getting guys out. We have perimeter runs as well. A lot of creativity that takes place, and then also utilizing the legs, adding an extra blocker with the quarterback. I'm with you though.
I think the formula to beat Oklahoma is your quarterback has to be Superman. And right now, do I think
Bryce
Underwood is Superman? And maybe he will be, but like they've got to muck it up. It's got to be a scrambling situation. But like a quarterback has to beat a Brett Reynolds defense.
Buddy,
Their win over under 7.5.
7.5 on FanDuel.
all right, put me
Oh,
back,
10.
hold on,
buddy.
put me back on the schedule. I like everything you said.
That's my lock.
Here's what I'm really excited for. Week 2 is I'm very high on Venables' defense. I think he's going to be awesome. That's a proven concept. Jason Beck, he did it at New Mexico. He went over to Utah this past year. They're the number 2 rushing offense in all of college football. Last year, I'm really excited to see his creativity against Venables. That's going to be a fun, high-level chess match that takes place. And I'm just excited that I have a coaching staff in Ann Arbor that can have a high-level chess match. That juices me up. So we can put on that. For the sake of you, we can put that at W at Michigan.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
All right, New Mexico, dub. Georgia, L at Georgia. Texas, Cotton Bowl.
Yep. Split. They win one of those.
Okay.
So just I don't know which
All right,
one,
so we're
but let's just
4-1
split that.
after the Texas game.
All right, love it.
Kentucky.
Easy.
Okay, he said easy. Mississippi State. All right.
Easy.
South Carolina.
Easy. Sorry, JP.
Yeah, sorry, JP.
I mean,
but
guys, that's
easy.
Cocktober.
I mean, that's
easy. Cocktober. That's the 31st.
That's a 24.5 point line. Easy win.
Oh,
Yeah, but is South Carolina, other than last year, have we not seen a massive upset by South Carolina the 3 previous years? A massive upset somewhere along the lines. Have we not seen that?
You're getting farther and few between, man.
South Carolina was supposed to beat them last year. Like they were up.
Few and farther
They were supposed to beat Texas A&M as well. They're up, 31-0 at half?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
That's a blowout.
Well, you can't just say, like, easy. Florida, Summerall, yet to be seen. All right, I'll give you that. Ole Miss.
Win.
Okay, so they're okay. A&M,
But that is tough because we just talked about having a Superman at quarterback. Trinidad Chambliss
is a
that
Superman
guy.
at quarterback.
Yeah.
He's like an older Bryce Underwood. Texas A&M,
Win.
Marcel Reed.
What a
Not a
schedule.
Superman.
I know.
Not a
Oklahoma,
Superman.
man.
In
Missouri.
going to Missouri.
ultimate trap
Win.
game of all time at Mizzou.
Try to get. That's the last one.
Who's the starter at Mizzou now? Austin
You
Simmons.
think of the vibes. SEC championship,
So
college
you got,
football
so you
playoffs.
got Oklahoma playing in the SEC championship.
Yeah,
There's no wrong answer. I'm
Well,
just wondering.
yeah, I think yes.
Rematch Red River.
Depending on Texas, how the season goes for them, because they also have a really tough schedule. But I want Oklahoma to be talked about in that top 3. I think it is Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, and then with the wild card of LSU. But right now, for what we know, I think that is your top tier in the SEC. Is those 3 teams.
I got to be honest with you. You've kind of talked me into it. I mean, especially on the FanDuel Sportsbook, 7.5. I love
and I think
that.
it was the disrespect of that line. Even at 8.5, I was like, you know what? Like they need to be closer to 9.5, and that's why I've just decided to stand on Oklahoma.
That's the graveyard lock of the century.
Can't say that.
No guarantees.
yeah, no guarantees.
No guarantees, but
Can't say that.
That's
Yeah.
the graveyard.
But you can put
That's
that
the
one 6
graveyard.
feet
taking
under.
that one to the grave.
You
Yeah.
can, hey,
TBD
you can
2
put
week.
that bet 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Taking that one to the grave.
Is
Yeah.
Q-Zip affecting your thoughts on
Oh.
OU at all? Are you coming at it unbiased?
So here, that's a great question. I would say yes, but Dobson balances it out for me.
Okay.
So if I just had quarter zip guy, nothing else taking place at Oklahoma, I'd be like, yeah, dude, I hope they go 0-12.
Yeah.
However, I'm now a sports analyst. You guys know that. All right, shout out me. Shout out me. Compton. Dobson equals it out. I'm looking this from a level head. The only place in this game, the only thing on their schedule I'll be very biased about is the Michigan game. The good thing about that is I get to find out week 2. Because I'm of the stance when it comes to my school, I'm going to know everything I need to know about my school after September 12th. I'll know everything I need to know.
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Like even if you lose that game, how do you lose that game? How does Bryce look? How does our receivers look? What's our offense? Because this is going to be top tier talent you're going to be going against. To where it's like, okay, we have one loss, but there is a gauntlet of schedule. Should there be optimism going in? Hey, we'll get it rolling as we go into October, November, or is it we got a lot of work to do, in order to even think about being competitive this year? That's kind of where I stand from like a crazy fan standpoint.
All you need to know, as in, hey, this is how our season's going to go. We're either going to make the playoff or not.
You can ask me what time's that game? It's a noon game.
Yeah, 11
it's 11 a.m.
Central
game.
Time.
You can ask me 5 p.m. on September 12th. Hey, Taylor, is Michigan a college football caliber football team? And I'll be able to answer that question.
I'm going to put that on the schedule. 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Set the alarm.
Set the alarm.
September 12th, you said?
Yeah, and
5 p.m.
I might be at that game. I might go. I might take my kids to that
Michigan
game.
vibe check.
Cody, you, me, and my 2 kids can go to that game together.
All right.
Check it out.
And it'll be a perfect time. Like, you don't have to lock it in right now to be on the Oklahoma bandwagon for the season, but it'll be perfect time if they, put it to Michigan week 2, and then we'll welcome you with open
that future
arms.
will bump up big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time to buy low.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mom who's watching right now, she can go ahead and take that one to the grave.
The graveyard.
That's a clean take.
Yeah, matter of fact, Cody's mom, obviously we introduced him to the show last week, new producer of ours here at Bussin with the Boys. His mom, Melissa, commented on the podcast. We love reading comments. We love featuring fans of the show.
True.
And Melissa Graves right here. Welcome, Cody, from your mom. Heart emoji.
Let's go, Cody.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Nothing like a mother's love, man. How's it make you feel?
Good. She actually put me onto this show.
Did she really?
Go, Melissa. He said no. He said no.
You dug a nice one there, kid. That's crazy.
And look, Cody's got fans, bro. A former teammate of his. I played football with Cody. Guy hits like a truck and
Nice.
super high football IQ, but has below average sized balls.
Oh, come
And
on.
yeah, I mean, I won't dispute the below
allegations.
sized testicles, but this to me hit piece. This guy, he's held a grudge ever since 2008 Malheur County Fair Pig Scramble. I don't want to get into it, but this has been a grudge.
It's got to be tough to talk about your testicles when 30 seconds ago we were just talking about your mom. And so she's listening.
Yeah,
She knows she's listening.
And if you were
We
to
can
tell me,
assume. And she's probably laughing like, oh, he does.
It's always
she
been
knows.
that way.
yeah. But yeah, if you were to tell me my first week here that my highlights were going to be on the first episode of Bussin' I was on, and then my mom was the top comment, I would have crawled in a hole. But everyone's been so supportive and so nice that it's like that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah,
But-
I'll tell you this:
but I love you, Mom.
your boy who said like below average size balls, like that to me is a huge W, because just by the area it's around, it makes everything else look bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this episode to bring you Ford. We're presented by Ford. A hard work's day starts with one thing, and that's someone willing to do it. And where there's a will, there's a Ford F-Series truck. The F-150 and Super Duty put capability where it belongs, in your hands. Helps you tow what the job demands, power through the day's work, and take on the task in front of you and what you never saw coming. Determination shows up wherever you do. So does your truck. Visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer for information. Ready, set, Ford. Built Ford tough. We're also brought to you by the NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. It doesn't matter who's coming over. It doesn't matter what team they love and need to see. Every play, every game-changing moment of the NFL Sunday football action is right here. You won't miss anything, and you'll be the best host ever. It's you and your friends watching 4 games at once. It's every Sunday game, regardless of where it's being played. It's pure NFL bliss as it happens right in your living room. Every game, every Sunday, all in one place. And right now, it's just 8 payments of $30 a month for new users. So sign up now. New users pay $240 on 8 non-cancelable payments of $30 a month, first charge at purchase. Availability varies with NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games and YouTube TV for local national games. YouTube TV required, terms, restriction, and embargoes apply. Commercial use excluded. No refunds. Let's get back to this episode. I think we got some tier talks or some... Come on now.
Oh, we got some bugs. It's fly season out here. It's
Yeah,
hot as
dude.
shit.
You guys talked about Jayden Daniels yet? And all that?
I mean, not publicly. I've tweeted about it a couple of times.
That was insane.
Yeah, I used it as an op to get the Dan Orlovsky meme out there.
Yeah.
Love that
Which
Orlovsky
was, by the way, a
meme.
great placement by you.
Thank
No one
you.
runs the bird better than Will
Thank you.
Compton.
A lot of Washington fans were pissed. Like, I'm just shitting on Jayden Daniels. I'm not. I think he's an awesome player. I'm of the position that Jayden Daniels doesn't even really care as much as his mom or his legal team. I don't want to go enter the sphere of Jayden Daniels actually caring about that.
I don't want to take myself there because then I'm like, Washington's in trouble this year. If Jayden Daniels is in the middle of camp and he sees another quarterback wearing his number and he's that flustered about it where it has to become news, it's like, buddy, we got to focus on the main thing. He had a great write-up on a story that said that I'm focused on this team, I'm focused on the season. But, buddy, like Jayden Daniels, Heisman Trophy winner, LSU legend, there's no doubt about it. But if we are going to play the comparison game versus him and Joe Burrow, it's like, it's not the disrespect to him. It's more of like a look how great Joe Burrow is. Like 2019 LSU is arguably, and a lot of people are now leaning this way, greatest football team ever assembled in the history of college sports.
Clean take.
Clean take. So if you're going to retire Joe's jersey and do all
Debatable
that,
take.
but not do Daniels, it's like, well, yeah, listen, that's Joe Burrow right now.
Oh, yeah, Joey B.
Joey B's.
I hate that it brings up just the comparison.
I was gonna
Joe B
say.
and Jayden
True.
Daniels.
The thing I just did, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of like Joe Burrow should be retired, Jayden shouldn't. But the way you're describing it is that team Joe Burrow played on was the greatest LSU team. Jayden Daniels, as a pure individual, his stats are actually like better or like very on par with what Joe Burrow's were. I've seen that argument.
Yeah, it's a great argument.
But I'm
As
still
as
on
an
the
individual
defense of
performance. Yeah.
Joe
You
Burrow.
bring up those
it's all-
combos, but then we continue to enter the A
Right.
gap on Jayden versus Joe.
When we don't want to do that, even though I started it, I'm saying enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Do we think any of this was Jayden, or do you think it was his team, his mother?
Gotta be his team.
I feel like
I mean, we don't know. Like, I don't know. It's not like I've
watched
reached
quarterback.
out to anybody to figure it out.
Have you guys watched Quarterback on Netflix? I watched it. He seems like the most
Chill dude.
like of all time, and like
Yeah.
all he wants to do is like get healthy and play good ball for the rest, for
Yeah.
the Commanders. No part of me thinks this is him.
I would buy that stock.
here's what I think. I think he's probably at a lunch. He's with his mom. He's with his team, and he might have made some sort of joke or a quip about, oh man, they had backup wearing my number. That's kind of nuts. And then they took that and ran with it.
Well, it
Would
seems
they
like the
feel some type
previous
of way?
staff, Coach Kelly's staff, promised him that nobody else would wear that number.
Oh really?
I believe so, right? Or something with NIL. Something with
The kid wearing his number is a 5-star, like he was the number one corner in the country. DJ Pickett's amazing.
I love that. It's got to make you feel good, huh?
Apparently
And
not.
I pulled in a resurgence electrolytes of Jayden Daniel. My first one ever. So I'm a big Daniel guy.
Jayden Daniels fans on this bus.
But we are Jayden Daniel fans on this bus. And shame on me for even taking us down that road. That's called accountability, boys, and I apologize. That's accountability. That's Kevin's Extra Foods Clean Take.
Clean accountability.
That's clean accountability right there.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Here's one from Steven.
Oh, no.
Is a squad doing a fantasy football league this year? Also, still waiting on Willie C and Maloney punishment. ... Hashtag Tier Talk. I'll say that I'm going to speak to this room as if Will's not in it. All right, Matt. At this point I don't care. I've moved. I'm like Jane. I'm focused on the season. I'm focused on the 2026 football season at this point. I don't blame you at all for this thing not getting done. I'm not blaming anybody. But if I had to go through the blame game, I'm not blaming you one bit, right? It's your first year at Bussin' with the Boys. You're an intern. You're finding your way. You get paired up with the big dog, one of the owners at Bussin' with the Boys. You're kind of finding your way a little bit. So I don't blame you one bit. Let's bring Will back in the room.
What up, Will?
What's up, gang?
Sorry, I had a side note with the boys. How do you feel about this?
The way I feel about the fantasy punishment, which I go back and forth on, because I do feel like it's like the way to get you is like a selective integrity move. Like, are you going to have integrity? Are you going to be a high character guy? Are you going to follow through with your bets?
Yeah.
My response to that is when we sat in this room, when we sat in that conference room breaking down what the punishment would be, I never agree. I never said a word about said punishment. I thought we had everybody in the office in that room trying to break down what the fantasy punishment would be. In week 4, it was the week of the Bussin Bowl, the bets with the 50,000, the shaved head, like all the extreme bets were getting passed around. So when we got in that room, people are floating with 24-hour stream. Like I just stay quiet because I'm like, I don't think we're going to get this figured out. And since we were already in the season, I just thought in my head, I'm not going to be part of this. I'm not going to be the loser anyway, is how I was thinking. So I just walked out of that room thinking, I'm sure they'll get something figured out. It didn't feel like everybody was lockstep on having this fantasy punishment figured out. And it was a 24-hour stream. Like there were no rules implemented, not until the end of the year when people started to try, this is what you got to do. No phones. You're going to blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking like, I'm going along with it because I'm looking at Matt like they're probably not going to get me in that stream room for 24 hours. So my thought on the fantasy league is I think as a fantasy league, you need to have the punishment locked in before the season starts. And since we were trying to figure it out already 4 weeks in, it was a toss up to me. I'm not really bought in on the punishment aspect. And then I think to myself, what's the worst that comes of this? Like, do they kick me out of the league? Like, I'll have to sit in prison for a year.
Or just do the stream.
Okay.
That was kind of those are my overarching thoughts of the fantasy football punishment.
So let's just take a minute and break down all the things you just said. You brought up week 4. We're in the stream room. We're discussing if there should or should not be a punishment. The idea of a 24-hour stream, and feel free to stop me whenever you want. The idea of a 24-hour stream comes up. Guys there's a lot of ideas being thrown around. Instead of saying anything about it, you're like, I'm just going to fall back. I'm probably not going to lose anyway. Whatever they figure out, they're going to figure out.
Yeah.
Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, to where there was no agreement on the punishment. Yeah.
So you didn't say this part, but later in the year, did we all kind of figure out, okay, the punishment is going to be some sort of 24-hour stream? Was that decided? Before the season ended, before there were a true bottom tier of the fantasy football, was that decided as a group? Was there a kind of a consensus that there'd be a 24-hour stream?
I mean, like, yeah, that was the idea that was flirted there. But if it's come back, hey, are we doing this 24-hour stream? Or do we all agree that this should be the punishment? You would have got a no from me.
I played the 5th.
Fauci.
Asking all the fantasy footballers out there in leagues, would love for them to chime in with the comments. I do feel like you should have the punishment locked in before the season starts.
Ideally, I agree with you on the idea that absolutely you should have the punishments and everything dialed in preseason. Bussin with the boys, we've never really operated in a time management fashion. Did anybody hear us before the fantasy football season ended? Was there an agreement that took place that, hey, loser of the fantasy football league is going to do a 24-hour stream? This is a podcast. Be verbal. Okay. Yes. Klump?
Well, so what was the question? That if we knew?
We knew before the season was over that the punishment was going to be a 24-hour stream.
Before the season was over, yes. Not when we drafted. We did not have a punishment.
I agree with that. That's also a fair statement. Sherm?
Can we get in trouble for what we say right now?
No.
Like, I'm not going to get in trouble if I just say,
oh, yeah, no. This is a safe space.
Y'all swear I will not get in trouble.
Yeah, yes.
On Kevin's Extra Foods.
I think we kind of all agreed.
Okay. Mitch, you're quiet, but okay. He's nodding his head yes. That's a gesture saying that yes. So we all understood that.
Let me ask this. Let's define agreement. We all agree that this is said punishment.
We were all under the same understanding that if you came in last, whether it was week 4 or whatever, we decided this punishment. We were under the understanding that if you came in last, you have a 24-hour stream. There were no.
Every team would have to say yes.
That's if you live in a dictatorship.
Well, at that point, you're kind of like, it's like, it's the mob, right? You're kind of bullied into what everybody's saying.
Yeah, but it's like the boys' fantasy league.
It's democracy.
It's like,
majority wins. That's what America's founded on. And you wouldn't be anti-American, would you, Will? We'd hate to go down that road again, wouldn't we?
There's wrinkles and layers to this. We agreed to it. I think we all can agree. We all agreed to it.
Yep.
But to the other point, like the punishments and all that stuff, none of that was agreed to. That was after they lost. People were like, "Oh, we'll take their phones away. We'll make them."
Yeah, I'm with that.
Also, that's a good point.
It's like when I'm going around to individuals,
throwing a snake in the room at one
Clump's
point.
like, we can do something to where it's like just some member of the team has to be in for full 24 hours. To where I'm like, yeah, I mean, Just know that I'm probably not going to be in there for a full 24 hours. I'm asking Jerry. Jerry's like, I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah, I just
You
think
go
like,
around to different
yeah.
people. Like there was so much gray area. Then when it's getting extreme to figuring out what the rules are, I just look at Matt like, yeah, I'm probably not going to be in that stream for 24 hours.
I think we can all agree at this point. None of us like care about this anymore. Dude,
And none of the
I'm
rule-
down.
yeah.
I'm down to agree with that.
This will be year 3. We'll see if we do.
Oh, you'll speak up in
I
that?
will verbally say,
Yeah.
yeah, it could be
Okay.
to the point of not
So,
caring about it anymore.
Now, is there a little hang up on the follow through thing? Yeah, but is that all good? Like, yeah, that's
2 years in a row.
I think if we're gonna say let bygones be bygones, I don't know if this is letting bygones be bygones. If we're keeping the same teams, you guys just forfeit your first round pick.
No.
Now he speaks.
Yeah, he pled the fifth until.
And I will say there was a precedent even the year. I hate doing this, but there was a precedent the year before. There was no follow through on that punishment.
What was
Dyeing
that
your hair
punishment?
It was to
dyeing
dye your hair
blonde.
blonde. You're right. That did
That
happen.
was another individual who just said he wasn't going to do it.
So we need to make like
He literally just
a
said, "I'm not gonna do
contract.
it."
There's a lot of holes just
We
in
need a
our overall
contract. We need
structure.
to actually set the
Hey,
Here's-
we need an
reply in the
airtight-
comments.
Yes.
Give us what our
There we
fantasy
go.
punishment should be. And this year we all sign a pact. No matter what, everyone signs down that they agree to do the punishment. If you do not sign, you will not be in the league. You do not have to be in the
And
league.
it can't
Right.
be like
Castrated.
kissing or anything weird like
Yeah, no kissing at all, Sherman.
The comments that just happened back to back were insane.
You have a signed contract and you keep it hung like in a wall.
Yes.
In
if
a
you
wall.
sign
On a
up,
wall.
if you sign up, you are in, but you do not have to sign
In a
up.
wall.
So say Will's like, you know what? I don't want to stream for 24 hours. Then you don't have to be in the fantasy league. You'll miss out on the fun. But we will agree on a punishment together through the comments. Reply.
It felt like this year you watched us all agree on it, and you were just like you had your fingers crossed on your back until the end of the
No,
season.
truthfully, I just didn't. I
100%.
like as a fantasy footballer, I'm just thinking I'm not going to lose.
But you
Which
didn't
is
say
obviously
anything.
dumb.
You
Let me,
didn't
ask,
speak
let me
up.
ask you this, Will. If you didn't lose, would you be a little more about, hey, whoever did lose should have done the 24 hours?
I don't think he would care.
I'd probably start there, but
Matt.
if somebody was kind of breaking that all down, I'd be like, oh, there's some fair points that this gentleman's saying.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. I actually
I don't need you to believe me.
I don't like. I don't love the lack of follow through here. It's not my favorite. I'm focused on 2026.
Perfect.
I'm focused on this football season.
It's like move forward.
It's like a Spooktober. It's
and we need to
it's make or break
redraft
year.
teams anyways.
Yeah.
We got new employees. We got to repick teams, the whole nine.
No. I'll have my Coop is my teammate.
Well, we'll vote on it. As a team.
I do think you need a good draft structure as well.
How many guys did we hire this year? How many new guys?
We're at
Cool.
20.
Enough.
All right,
Yeah,
I
like
call
6
dibs
or
on
7.
We hired 7 new people.
Sobel, Dirks, Cody,
Coleman.
Matt. Who am I missing?
Coleman.
5.
Okay.
6 or 7. Brett.
All right, so that's 6.
Hey, we'll look into
those
it.
guys
We'll
can be on a team.
We'll get,
They can be on
we'll
a
get
team.
the squad together.
I got my teammate.
See, you're already making your own rules.
Yeah, that's
No,
on
I'm just. I guess
democracy.
I've won
This
3
is
in
a-
a row. Like, what are we talking about here? I got to get my team together.
That's a dictatorship.
We got to all agree on that.
Yeah, we
All right.
got to all agree and sign our names down.
All
You don't
right.
have to play.
Yeah, I'll play and I'll do whatever punishment comes up. I'll do both those things.
We got to all agree on the Coop being your teammate thing.
Okay. You guys can all agree on it or not. I mean, it'd be pretty unfair if the team that won wouldn't be able to stick together, but
We gotta-
Agreed.
We got to agree if y'all
I'm
won.
on your side on that.
I am too. Like
Defending
it's like,
champs
yeah.
should stick together. The 2 guys, not the 3.
listen, John O'Rourke. It wasn't nasty.
Third party draft.
John O'Rourke, like everyone has they can do whatever they want.
They had a 3rd guy who didn't work at Bussin on their team.
They went into the conference room
He's a
during the
consultant.
draft, and
He's
he
a
was on
consultant.
speaker and drafted their team.
Drafted
Made
with
their
us.
moves in
We
free
actually
agency.
made a lot of good moves together. It's a lot of good moves.
See, again, there's a couple things that we can sit there agree on, have some structure,
Yeah.
and
All
abide
right.
by the rules that the fantasy league
no
sets.
weird stuff.
Yeah, there's no weird stuff like kissing Sherman. No one in the comments, please, no one in the comments talk about, hey, the punishment should be kissing or making out with Sherman.
Stop.
So I'm stopping. But I'm telling them not to. Sherman, is that fair?
If they are responsible and listen to you, yeah.
Yeah, they have to be responsible.
Yeah.
We don't mess around on this show.
No.
Can't talk about kissing you and stuff, or doing like back rubs with you alone.
We're not doing that.
We're not
dude.
doing any of that.
Stop.
We're not doing. I know. I'm with you.
We need to do tier talk, guys. Stop.
We need to do tier talk. We gotta do tier talk.
Parker Hockey, week in, week out. My man is always delivering some good topics for us. One sleeper team for college football this season, a dark horse that can not only win their conference but make the playoffs of everything if everything goes right. Think 07 West Virginia Magic run before Pitt. Hashtag tier talk.
Hashtag tier talk. Who's a team sitting out? A dark horse. Oh, a dark horse.
A dark horse that can not only win their conference but make the playoffs if everything goes right.
I think we got to look at the ACC.
Clemson.
And we can look at any of these conferences to make the playoffs.
I kind of like.
Would let me ask this: would Michigan or USC be considered a dark horse?
I think.
Why not? Because in the Big Ten, everybody talks. No, you got Oregon, Ohio State, and Indiana. That's all anybody talks about.
They're like still
Michigan's ranked what? 16. USC's what? They're around the 15, 20
I wouldn't
mark.
necessarily say they're like a dark horse.
Well, the question wasn't outside of the top 25. A dark
No, I
horse
know.
would be considered out of the top 3.
Like a
which
team that's not
checks the
even
box.
considered to win the conference this year.
fair.
Like you think in your mind, like in any conversation you're in, that you're saying, "Oh, Michigan's going to win the conference this year," or USC's going to win the conference.
Like,
This year.
would we
Yeah.
consider LSU a dark horse in the SEC?
But the example was West Virginia. I think he's looking for something more off the beaten path. We're talking about some blue bloods here.
So we're talking about some. Yeah, okay. Then the first team that comes to mind would be Virginia Tech, and James Franklin
That's a
taking his
good
Penn
answer.
State roster. That's a team that's not ranked. They a head coach that was averaging like 10 wins a year until the abysmal last season. He had a top 25 roster of talent. Those guys left Penn State. They went. A lot of them followed him to Virginia Tech. He's in an objectively easier conference. The big dog there is Miami. You don't know what's going to happen with Clemson. Obviously, Will brings up Louisville and SMU, but I think you can put Virginia Tech in that category as well, with SMU and Louisville. So I just off of Parker's question, that's the first team that comes to mind. I also, something about Arizona in the Big 12. I don't think they're winning it, but I think they're going to be better than people think.
That's the team I'm on with.
Arizona.
That.
Arizona, bro.
The team that I'm on with that thought process is Cal in the ACC.
Talk to me.
I don't think they're going to win the ACC, nor do I think they'll be in the championship. That's
So that is.
Tosh
So we're not
watching.
answering. Basically, you and I are not answering his
We're
question.
not
but
answering
we're
the
just talking
question.
about dark horses.
Just
that we like.
frisky, master of chaos, Cal. Tosh is at Lupoy. Tosh Lupoy, former D coordinator at Oregon, coming down to Cal. I talked about this team last week. But then with JKS having some substance of defense, since he is a defensive-minded guy, the intensity he's bringing, the recruiting ability he's bringing. He got a top 15, top 20 transfer portal. Dude recruits his ass off. He's somebody, they have a lot of games on the East Coast that, again, if you look at the history of traveling east or west to east, the Big Ten, those teams, they don't travel that well. Oregon's been a team that has done very well traveling. He'll have that wherewithal, the ability to give his players on how to approach each and every week to where it's like, hey, why not? We got JKS.
Mm-hmm.
I just see Cal being a master of chaos this year in the ACC.
They're a team you don't sleep on. They're sneaky. This is your Jacksonville Jaguars of college football.
Yeah, when you're going through the Rolodex of scheduling, hey, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win. Cal is not a team you can just circle as an automatic dub this year.
Right. The other teams will. That's why they're sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with that. It says here we need to wrap. Sherman Young, did you happen to say anything last week about my pre-production notes I sent you?
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
So you guys, I didn't listen to the intro last week, but you guys talked about Silver.
did I
Silver
talk
Bell.
about it on the show? No, sir, I did not.
All right, so you guys didn't bring up Silver Bells Club at all.
Silver Bells Club?
Chargers?
Oh, the 150 Club.
No, that's the Silver Bells Club.
Oh, no, that wasn't.
All right, and literally there's not a whole lot to go off of that. If you've seen the vlog, you've seen the vlog. I made the Silver Bells Club at the Chargers. I just wanted to kind of gas
That's
myself on
fucking
that. I wanted to gas myself a little bit on that one. Shout out Ben Herb, dude. What a stud. That's all I had.
I read your one note that said Sherman was handsome, and it distracted me.
That's fair. And it's true. So,
I know we need to wrap. We didn't touch on
ripping with the
Bussin
boys.
and paid on campus, ripping with the boys.
I know. Should we quickly go over it?
Bussin and paid on campus.
Absolutely. It'll be Fridays, 2 to 3 Eastern time. We'll be on location. The first week is going to be where College Game Day is, but it won't be every single week. We're in a lot of the times. There's a dispute of where College Game Day should go. When College Game Day goes somewhere, we got to be a voice of the people. So why not listen to the people on social media and the true fans and take Bussin and Pate to the places that they would like us to go outside of the other big games? Why not come to a place like you walk in Norm from Cheers? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Come to Bussin and Pate on campus Fridays from 2 to 3 Eastern and have that warm, fuzzy feeling that you're with your boys. You're learning about football. You're catching a vibe. You understand that you have 3 talking heads that are teaching about X's and O's. Josh Pate is going to have his beautiful way he does about just poetry while he's speaking. It's going to be in front of a live audience. It's going to be harnessing everything, whatever campus we're at has to offer. It's about having a great vibe. It's about talking the X's and O's and balls about balls.
Who's entering the A gap that weekend?
Who's entering the A gap that weekend? Truly, this is a blank canvas every single week, and we're excited to paint it for the people.
This is going to be a show where Pate's going to be talking the whole time, and then Pate will go off wherever we are on campus, and it'll go to us, and we'll just be dapping folks up.
Yeah.
A lot of daps on this show.
If we can get Josh Pate for 42 of the 47 minutes of the show, talking it up, explain to everybody how it goes, and then periodic cuts, 5 minutes worth of just me and Will.
Dapping
people.
Can we get one right now? Or
Let's get some daps.
Yeah.
Daps on everyone. Dap it up, boys.
It's a good dap.
That's a good
But
one.
dap segment of the week.
Dap
I'm
of
trying
the
to
week.
workshop some.
Dap of the week. I like Dap of the week. Dap of the week. Dap of the week is good. That's a really original thought. I mean, Bussin' with the Boys has always been just original thought processes, but I love Dap of the week.
I love a vibe where it's like they just follow me to the head coach's office, and I walk in, and it's just embracing daps and hugs.
Yeah. I love coming out of each commercial break, and it's just a collage, a montage of us dapping people.
Dapping fans.
Dap of the week. And then we just talk a guy up on the field. I love to give this guy a dap of the week.
When they bring up a game, we just point at Pate. Listen to him. We'll be over here dapping.
Right. Yeah. Pate, you're doing so good right now. But real quick, watch this.
I like the Huskers this week.
You know what? I like Michigan over Oklahoma in week 2. Oh my.
On ESPN at 2.
Yeah. Hey, I kind of do love Dap of the week though. I do kind of. That was a great idea. Just highlight a guy on the show. Dap of the week.
Came natural, man.
And we all just kind of sit there and we just gas a guy up that's going to play, and we just go,
God.
Dap of the week.
Pate does one, we got to lean over real far.
Pate, tell him about the crowbar theory. And he goes, just waxes poetic on the crowbar theory. We're just like, bro.
That shit was hard, dude.
We're going to go to commercial break.
Yeah. All right. Can we go with Bussin' with Pate on campus?
Yeah, and then also I did see this, I want to say somebody might have been in the comments and tagged me under one of Pate's posts, but the locker room will still be happening on Wednesday evenings, where it's Bussin' with the Boys locker room. You got, again, the boys bussin' on Pate.
Yeah.
Bussin' and Pate.
We're bussing in, we're bussing on Pate on Wednesdays, and we bussing with Pate on Fridays.
Yeah. So you're still going to get that on the Bussin' YouTube channels each and every week. We're also just getting to do this show on ESPN.
And we'll still be bussing with Clay and Bussin' and Clay and Delaney.
Yeah, locker room with the NFL boys, Delaney and Clay. All that is still happening.
Yeah.
Bussin' and everybody.
Dapping everybody
Same weekly
up.
schedule. We just get to be on a campus on Friday afternoons, encapsulating the vibe 24 hours before kickoff.
And I'll say this, dude, you're going to enjoy Friday a whole lot more if you watch Wednesday locker room.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to enjoy Friday a whole lot. You're going to be a lot more in the know.
Yeah.
Now, Rippin' with the Boys stream. Round of applause. First Rippin' stream ever took place last night, 7 p.m. Central Time. We ripped 756 packs of Pokemon Ascended Heroes.
24 giveaways leading up to the stream.
24 giveaways leading up to the stream. We did probably 31 giveaways. We definitely underestimated the power of the side duck on our streams. It was so much fun. We were up till 2:33. I think I looked at my phone for the last time at 3 a.m. last night. Got 4 hours of sleep. Woke up with my youngest child. It was the first off, the chat was incredible. I think at one point we had what was the height of our concurrent viewers?
600, I think.
It was like around 590, 600.
590, 600 people. The chat was so engaged the entire time. Even when we got to like hour 6 or 7, of the stream. We had 129,000 people in there just going ham, going absolutely ham in the chat, going off. We got over 500 likes on that. And it was, dude, it was so much fun. The objective was, we had one objective. It was to chase the elusive Chew. It was the ending, the final standoff. Think of Tombstone. Think of Wyatt Earp. Think of Doc Holliday. The final two guys and a revolver. And guess what? Pikachu put 3 bullets in my chest. He took me out, man.
He said, I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, he said, I'll be your Huckleberry.
The idea was you weren't going to leave the room until you got the Chew. Chew defeat you.
Chew defeat me because we ran out of packs. I thought I was walking in fully armed and ready to go with as many soldiers as I could possibly afford and have. Turns out the Pikachu was just one man stronger. I don't know how many packs were left until that Pikachu was going to happen, but I do know this, at 756 packs, that Pikachu was still standing and I was down.
That's insane.
I feel guilty for saying during the stream, I was like, isn't it nuts that the Pikachu's in the room with us right now? And all we have to do is just find him.
But that is the crazy thought process. Because like, if you watch the stream, we got the biggest hit you can possibly have in Ascended Heroes.
Yeah.
That we got a Gengar that's raw is $1,000. Raw, not great. It's $1,000 card.
Gengar.
We hit it, and it's a dope card too.
That's how he sounds.
It's
The gold Charizard.
Gengar.
We had a gold Charizard that's $500. We probably pulled $4,000 to $5,000 with the cards, but the only card we were looking for is the Pikachu. Yeah. So the hunt was nuts.
Going into it, how long did you think it would take? Like, you're assuming like, okay,
You know me.
If I pull the Chew pack 3, it's like that'd be great, but also it's like, you know, the hunt for the Chew is still like you kind of want it to go a few hours. You're thinking how long? I'm asking how long do you think you were actually going to be in there?
Let me answer your question with another question. Knowing me, how do you think I thought it would go?
3 hours?
Tops.
Yeah. Tops.
I thought we hit.
You're like, okay, I'll hit him either quick. If not, that'll be great. We'll keep hunting, but it'll probably go 3 hours max.
Yes, 100%. I got past 3 hours, and I was like, all good, it'll be the next pack. All good, it'll be the next pack. And then there was a point there where I had Clump, Sobel, and Ryan Nolan, and they were ripping the cards. And the way Ascended Heroes works is the back 3 cards are the ones you're going to get a hit unless you get a God pack. So I was just saying, hey, open this pack, give me the back 3 cards, look to make sure it's not a God pack, and throw it in the bin. So I was taking like 20 packs, which would be like about that many cards, and I would just thumb through. Like I was hitting like 20 packs in like 30 to 60 seconds.
So you're like, for the love of God, I got to find this.
I think at some point I was like, oh my God, he's in here. It's just a matter of getting, I never truly lost hope. Every time I did pick up a stack of cards, I thought to myself, here we go. This is going to be it. And I got to get in that car, and literally you should have seen Talon's face when she opened the door at 2:50 in the morning, and I pulled up to the house. She's like, did you get him? I go, no, bro. And she's so sleepy. She goes, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. And walks over to the bed. Goes, she's probably get up in 15 minutes to feed the baby. But it was so, I was so impressed by the community. I was impressed by everybody being a part of it. I was impressed by the For the Dad squad, Rippin. Shout out to you guys. Like all the giveaways that took place. Sobel, Clump, and Coleman rallying behind that. The chat was going crazy for 24 hours straight, our group chat. And then to have everybody in there so bought in, man, I'm so excited for the future of Rippin with the boys.
Now,
it was incredible.
I know the entire squad vibe stayed up the entire time.
Yeah.
At what time did you look at the clock and you're thinking, God damn, get me out of here?
I was starting to feel that like as we closed in at 2 a.m. As we closed in at 2 a.m., I'm thinking to myself, dude, I got a podcast at 9:30 in the morning. I'm getting up with the baby at 7. I had a podcast at 9 in the morning. We got to do the intro. We have a thing that we're so late for right now that we have to shoot for a commercial. We have 2 more commercial shoots on Tuesday and Wednesday. Like there's not like I'll catch up on rest here. It's like I'm going to get to the weekend and I'll catch up on rest. That's where the panic mode set in. But I've kind of started doing this new thing where I just like, I'm refusing to be tired right now, and we're seeing how that's working. And it's kind of nice. Like I won't say I'm tired. I try not to say I'm tired. And it's kind of like reversed, like weirdly, like from a psychological standpoint, made me less tired.
We talked about this.
We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out.
If any night starts to stack on you this week, like you can always just be like, yeah, I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock, 8:30.
See, that's I've learned the key to happiness in life isn't low expectations, it's no expectations. So if I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed at 8:30 and then it's 8:45 and I'm still doing something, now I'm pissed off about something. As opposed to when I'm gonna go to bed as soon as I possibly can tonight. And then I just, if that's 11, that's 10, that's 9, all good. Because there's not a number put on it. So I'm kind of figuring myself out a little bit right now, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm finding a little bit more about what's inside.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I love that.
Let's get to this episode though. We have to roll.
Quarterback room, GM, head coach, Kubiak, Vegas Raider fans, subscribe, comment, rate 5 stars, buy the hats, bwtb.com. We love you. We will see you next week. Big hugs.
Tiny kisses.
Yeah.
Hey. We had this episode to bring you Neutral. Neutral tastes great. Tastes so much better than anything that is out there right now. So we have real vodka and real juice. That's what makes it taste delicious. Comes in a variety of flavors. My personal favorites are pineapple and lime. Perfect for social occasions. Is a crowd pleaser, especially during the summer. Think on the beach with friends, at an outdoor bar, on the lake, at a music festival. It's the perfect time of year to grab a 12-pack of Neutral for the beach or grab a bucket deal in your favorite bar to celebrate summer. Neutral, keep it tasty. We're also brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light is brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Anything for a clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Bud Light is the official sponsor of the NFL, the NFL Draft, UFC, now on Paramount Plus. Bud Light partners include, just to name a few, Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, and Bruce Buffer, voice of the UFC. Stock up on Bud Light. Head to budlight.com. Head to www.budlight.com/located to find a store near you. Let's get back to this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. This is our training camp store. Stop number 3 with the Las Vegas Raiders. Our guest at this very moment, when he came out of the womb, had a coaching hat and a whistle put on his body. It's been in the family forever and ever. Goes to Texas A&M and has a couple different positions. Almost quits coaching football, and now he is the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's give a round of applause for Klint Kubiak, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. I love your enthusiasm, man. I love that you're fired up about it.
I'm supposed to clap.
You can always clap for yourself.
My first podcast here, so
yeah. Do you mind scooting that mic up just a little bit closer to the lips? We were talking about the oil rigging, and I don't know if that was the exact job you were doing, but you were at Texas A&M from 10 to 12, and there was a story. Something came out about you were like, I don't want to do this. I don't love this. I'm gonna go work in the oil fields. Like, what was that process for you?
Yeah, it wasn't that I didn't love football. It was that I wasn't making any money. I was newly married, and I was just got done with grad school and just in a transition. And I felt kind of like a deadbeat husband, not bringing home any money. And I worked for Cliff Kingsbury. He went to Texas Tech. Did I want to stay another year at A&M? I decided just to go try a new job, and it was a great job. Was fortunate to have an opportunity to try it out. And I just spent a few weeks on the road and realized this wasn't for me. I was going to try to get back into coaching. And so it's just one of those things where I didn't want to just prolong the inevitable and know this is not for me. I just wanted to get back to my passion.
Mm-hmm. The Texas oil money.
Yeah.
Do you watch a landman now and think like what could have been?
Yeah, it could have been Billy Bob, just like that. It'd been the exact
running around,
life.
Dude, just stopping people from
drinking
smuggling
ultras
drugs.
And having a hell of a time.
No,
it all worked out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah. Was any part of you feeling like uncomfortable with the cultish mindset of Texas A&M fans and this midnight yell? Did you feel uncomfortable about that?
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to Michigan.
You went to Michigan. All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you weren't
top 15
Texas.
public school in the world.
My dad's an Aggie. I got to go to grad school there, so I grew up with the Aggies, the Yale leaders, the tradition there. So big Aggie fan.
Did you ever try to make your way into the Yale leader?
No, absolutely not. I
lead
observed.
one of the rallies.
No, I was a GA there. I was just hoping to not get fired the next day, have the scripts right for Coach Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How surreal is it now sitting as a head coach and you've sat in every seat? From being a guy that's like, you're just figuring out how many creams and sugars a coach wants in his coffee to now you are the head dog. You're leading one of 32 franchises. Have you had an opportunity to look in the rearview mirror, sit with your wife and be like, remember when I thought I was a deadbeat husband and now like we're literally living at a dream?
Yeah, really haven't thought that way. Just you live in the moment and you try to be the best at where you're at. And it has been a blessing, but being here with the Raiders is a special opportunity. But we have a really good staff. And the head coach gets a lot of attention, but it's about the staff and how we work together and how we teach the players and get them ready to play on Sunday. So I know any great head coach that I was around had a really good staff around him.
Having all this,
you just tell this guy's been in the game for a while. He got all the stuff.
Having all the success that you've had, and most recently at Seattle winning the Super Bowl, what made this job so enticing for you?
I wasn't looking to move on, and then you go and sit in a room with Tom Brady and Mr. Davis and the ownership, and they tell you they want you to be the head coach. It's like, this is something that might not come again. So it's only so often that, God puts an opportunity in front of you, and you want to be aggressive. You want to go see what you're all about, and that was what happened with me. I was really happy in Seattle. What a phenomenal year, and learned so much, but didn't want to miss an opportunity.
There's always like a revolving door in the NFL with, coaches leaving, hires and fires taking place, but it seemed like there was more this year than usual, or maybe I just paid more attention to it. Were there other teams that picked up the phone and called a little bit before you settled on the Raiders?
Yeah, no, had interviews. Who knows how strong that interest was. It kind of came down to one team at the end. So I'm glad it was the Raiders.
What goes into it for you? Like, were you in the circuit and cycles like years prior to where you're like, I'm going to stay in Seattle longer because I think it's the right call now, even though I could go and be a head coach sooner. Like, is there a mentor or people that you lean on and get advice from? Because another example I think of is even Ben Johnson when he was hot in the circuit a couple years ago and he decided to stay in Detroit versus going wherever he could have went. And then waiting another year before being in Chicago. Is there anything that goes into that process for you, like being a coordinator, seeing all the hires and fires that take place every year?
Yeah. I think I've lived my life the last 6 years, like 1 year at a time. I've been, I think, 5 or 6 different buildings for good reasons and for bad reasons. And it's just the NFL is, here today, gone tomorrow with players and with coaches. Just like I said before, opportunities only come around so often, and it's got to be the right one. So, but the only reason I got this opportunity is because I was part of a great organization in Seattle. So they prepared me, being around them, being around Kyle Shanahan, getting to be around my dad and Kevin Stefanski and Norv Turner, all these coaches that I admire so much that that I try to follow their lead.
Mm-hmm. When you look at the brand of like the Raiders, like the silver and black, badass uniform, so many great players have come here before, but in the last, decade or so, it's not been great to say the least. You're coming from a team that's coming off a Super Bowl win, a dominant defense that was top 5 in every single category. Sam Darnold has a massive resurgence in his career. JSN has the year he does. Now you come here. What are the first things that you do from a head coach and you're like looking from a 30,000 foot view of this team of this is how we did it in Seattle. This is how I think we can fix these areas. Clearly you're a great offensive mind, but I just want to know like kind of what your first thoughts were taking this job, seeing the roster and where to build on.
The roster, and that's any team that you're on, it's the players. The coaches we're organizers of people, put them in right spots, but the players are the ones that win football games. And I think, that was a great reason to come here with John Spytek. I think a lot of him and the way he does business and what he did with our team in free agency, how he's already building us through the draft. That's where it started.
How about your first days here and getting immersed into the essentially like the Maxx Crosby saga of a little fallout at the end of the year last year? The trade happens with the Ravens. The trade then doesn't happen with the Ravens. Like going into your first initial conversations with Max, like from your vantage point, walk us through what was going through your head.
If you guys are around the NFL long enough, nothing surprises you, the good and the bad. And that was a good surprise. When I came here, I sat down with Max in the lunchroom and told him I wanted him to be here. Yeah, he ends up going to Baltimore briefly and then comes back. And it's just like, all right, let's go. Business as usual. Now we just got better as a defense. We got better as a team. But it kind of goes back to what I said about here today, gone tomorrow. That's just our life. So you better enjoy what you do, better work hard at it. And, don't let somebody firing you or trading you surprise you. Just take it as an opportunity to keep working in this league. That is not many people get to do.
Mm-hmm. I was when we were sitting at practice, I'm watching Luke Steckel, the tight end coach, and he's going over drills with the boys, and he's talking about 19 structure, Wanda, Zap, Zora. Like this is LaFleur when he came to the Titans. It's the same offense they ran. It's the same terminology: single, double, triple, A, B, C on the backside. How in the hell have defenses not figured out the calls? Because it seems like damn near every single offense is ran like through this same tree that you came through. Of having the wide zone, hey, we're going to hit the outside shoulder. This is how we're going to approach our outside zone schemes. This is how we marry the run with the pass, and you put the play action in. It's like all very the same. Like how do you week in and week out stay surprising for defenses when it comes to your play calling?
That's a great question, because I think that if you're not good about your self-scout and not only the plays you're running, but what you're saying on the TV copy, that's such a big part of football now. Is teams have, they have a KGB network that is studying your cadence.
It's like a Russian network or something like that.
I think
KGB?
so. Yes.
Yeah, dude, they're up to something over there, huh?
So that's something that has really changed, I think, for me in the last 6-7 years of football, is how much time you spent thinking about what was said on the TV copy, what signal was given. And if you're running play actions and you're running keepers, that you're using single, double, triple like you are in the run game. And if you're not doing that in practice, then if you're in the game, then Maxx Crosby is going to hear that and he's going to go blow the play up, which he's already done.
How important is the continuity of your offensive line to maybe make a point the opposite direction you're going, or use the terminology in the run game instead of the pass game and flipping that up in the pass game instead of the run game?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get 5 guys playing together for the whole season, but show me how many teams do that. That's what you're working towards. But then, especially on the interior, the center and the guards is trying to find guys that can play multiple spots and trying to find smart guys that you can count on to do that. That's what we're trying to find is our best 5 right now. But I'm not telling you on week 16 that we're going to have the same 5. It might not be the second quarter of week 1. So you just keep coaching everybody and making sure that the bottom end guys are the most versatile.
Mm-hmm. How big was it for you to have a guy like Kirk Cousins join you in Vegas, knowing that you coached him in Minnesota, and kind of have some continuity of somebody who understands the offense and what you want to get done, especially knowing how early you guys knew you wanted to get Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, it was important to get a solid quarterback in here, a veteran quarterback, and I think more than just being a mentor is him playing really good football. Him, watching his Atlanta tape those last 4 games and seeing him get healthier. We're really excited to have him lead our offense. It does help us get going faster. It does help Fernando, but we also were expecting him to play. So we didn't just want to take him because he knew the offense.
What great personalities to have in the QB room, right? Kind of like the perfect mix.
Yeah, I think
it's the widest mix.
It's like if Fernando's coming in and going to learn from somebody who has the humility like Kirk does, and also have a kind of a personality that can mesh well, like that doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I know that always gets made such a big deal of the quarterback room, the personalities, and yeah, it makes football fun. But I almost said the F word, but shit, guys, we just want the best players, and I think we have a really talented quarterback room. Aidan O'Connell is a really good football player. We got a young guy in Jacob, young college guy. So we just want the best players, and they'll make each other better if they're all good players as opposed to all good guys.
In your perfect world, would you like to have like Kirk be the starter? I mean, you've already said he's going to be the starter going into the season, but for Kirk to be the starter the entire season? Because I feel like a lot of times these guys who are high draft picks, number 1 overall picks, they get thrown in the fire so quickly. And sometimes that can make a guy rise, or other times it can make him like he can take more hits, not know where to go with the ball. Confidence starts to fall away. I'm sure you've seen that in coaching. Does it feel like I would love Kirk to kind of take the reins for this, make the fan base a little more, hey, we want Fernando because he is our future, but allow him to develop and learn from Kirk for the entire year? Or are you going to see moments for yourself like, oh, I'd like to, get him some play time, back half of October and a little bit in November, kind of get his feet wet a little bit?
Yeah. When you draft a guy first overall, you expect him to play for your organization for a long time. That clock doesn't have to start right now, though. I think we can help him by not starting right now. But if we go out here to these next 11 practices and one guy outperforms the other guy, then I owe it to the team to play that guy. Mm-hmm. So let him go compete. May the best man win. And will both of them play this year? Probably. When's that going to be? I don't know. I just want to keep getting them all better.
You've obviously been around a lot of ball, a lot of quarterbacks. Are there, getting off the Kirk and Fernando thing, are there like old examples or experiences that you had where it's like, oh, maybe we might have threw this guy out there a little too early or held on to this guy a little too long?
Yeah, there's countless, and those relationships are sacred. You don't want to talk about someone and put them down that you love, because when you're in a room with those guys, you love them, man. That bond's close. So yes.
Okay. Well said.
I love it. They're keeping it in house. Jen Slater, there was a report yesterday about Jerry Jones and how he was really involved with the Maxx Crosby trade, and that obviously fell apart. Then the Ravens things happened, and the question that was presented to him was, why did you walk away from the table? His answer to that is, we never walked away from the table, all while saying he's still pursuing an elite defensive lineman. Do you guys like put any thought into that, or like, does that make you feel like, hey, we don't want this to take place? Like, what do you think of when you see these things in like NFL Network, ESPN, these types of mainstream medias?
I think the good thing is ignorance is bliss. And when I can focus on the team and the guys that are here, and Max is here, and I'm glad he's here, then I don't have to think about that. And, John Spytek does. So.
Hobbies.
Yeah.
You're a guy. Anybody I've talked to, it's Kubiak. He's all ball. He's clear with his messaging. He's like, it's great that you're here in Las Vegas. What kind of hobbies are you into? What are some of the free time things you enjoy doing?
Yeah. I have 4 kids under 10 years old, and we like to fish and we like to play sports. They're in youth sports, so I like to be as much of a dad as I can be. That's what's fun about my life, is being with them.
Can you give us a scouting report on those 4 kids? Like, which one do you think has it?
I can, and same thing. We got to keep the circle tight. And, I don't need infighting in the family.
What's been the most fun conspiracy topic that's come up in training camp so far? Because the monotony of every day. The boys are at the cafeteria. There's conversations that take place before the meeting starts.
Right. Is there a wall in Antarctica?
Yeah.
What's going on with the aliens? Is Atlantis real?
Is space really infinite?
I mean, it's pretty hard to argue with the government releasing all these UFO files. I'm not saying that's something we talk about in a team meeting, but I got my eye on YouTube for those clips.
Yeah, that's your algorithm right now, is what's going on with the UFOs.
I don't need anybody at my door. We're here in Nevada, so I'm sure there's a lot of conspiracy theorists here that would love to further this conversation, but that's something that I definitely click on, before going to bed.
When you're over 19-1, it's like, let's see what the aliens are up to today.
Yeah. We have are you thinking what I'm thinking right now?
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Okay, all right. Obviously there's going to be lots of ups and downs this year. There's going to be a lot of things, adversity. There's going to be high levels of success. You're a type of guy that seems like a straight and narrow type of dude. This is going to be the hardest, maybe most difficult question you've ever been asked. So I need you to really lock it in for me right here. This is the Bud Light question. People will do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. We all know that. What is something that Klint Kubiak would do anything for? Now, before you answer that, we've had guys talk about wanting to go to space. Steve Ranella, he's a hunter. He's like, I'd love to go back in time and see the dinosaurs. Brock Bowers, friend of the show, he's just said, I would just love a nice steak dinner. That's all I'd like. What is something you'd like?
Something that I would do for a Bud Light?
No. Something you would do anything for. Because we all know we do anything for a Bud Light. So we're basically taking that off the table. And we're taking family off the table. Can't say family.
What would I do anything for?
Meet an alien?
I need you to, I'm embarrassed here. I need you to rephrase this question. I'm a little flustered here.
That's okay. I'm bad at asking
this.
questions. Try, Will.
What's like whether it's an ambition, a curiosity, something that's like, man, if I could do this, whether it's real or fake, you would do anything to be able to execute that.
I always wanted to be in the PBR growing up. The bull riders,
really?
Those guys are badass. We're here in Vegas. We got the NFR, that comes here every year. South Point has a good rodeo, so I know those guys are a little smaller, but those guys are badass.
You do anything for that 8 seconds?
When I was 20 years old, yes.
What if we got?
As a 40-year-old
probably
man,
get a mechanical bull.
I'll probably
we can
be
go
in
to
the
Cave
hospital.
Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit a mechanical bull with Kubiak.
Would you get on a mechanical bull?
No.
You win the Super Bowl. Parade happens. Everything's gone well. We're fired up. You've had a couple of ice cold Bud Lights, and we have the opportunity
right there by the podium.
Big crowds there for you to get on a mechanical bull. You get to live your dream. You jumping on that bull?
Yeah, after the parade, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you are.
How about this? Start one, bench one, cut one.
I love this.
You, your dad, and your brother Clay.
Cut Clay. Start my dad.
You're on the bench.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you're like, we'll keep it all in the family. We're not going to talk. And then that
my dad
one you were really quick with.
He played in the league. Me and my brother didn't. So easy one.
How about top 3 quarterbacks you've ever coached?
I'm not gonna go there, guys. I've coached some really good ones, and they've all made me a better coach. I mean, Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, Trevor Siemian. Those guys come to mind. They all the smart guys make you so much better. They ask great questions. If you're not prepared for the meeting, they're gonna know it. If you don't have the answer, they're gonna know it. If you put them in a bad situation in the game and they get killed, I don't forget those hits and those times that the quarterbacks are hot because of me not studying enough for them. So those bonds are so tight just with all the players. So I've just been really thankful to be around some really good players that help me be better for, Fernando today.
You like mixing it up in practice with me? You ever get that arm on fire with the boys during some drills?
I was a DB. Yeah, I played safety and nickel in college, and so I'm a defensive guy.
So you'll put the jersey on and get in the back end.
I like going and watching DB individual, and that's a fun part of my day now that I don't have to run the quarterback individual every day.
Coach, we appreciate you coming on, man. This has been awesome. You keep a tight ship. We're rooting for you guys. Obviously, you got a Raiders alumni guy, a Raiders legend, and Will Compton.
Playoff here,
so we're always rooting for you. We appreciate you. Let's give Coach Kubiak a round of applause. What do you say,
All right, thanks, guys.
And when you get that Super Bowl one day, just know we'll be there on the side, and we'll already have the mechanical bull ready to go.
Awesome.
And we'll get the 8 seconds. We can go slow mode.
We'll go slow for the first 8, and then we'll dial you up. We'll have a whole hour about it.
You guys ever seen the movie 8 Seconds?
I have.
That's one you got to watch. Lane Frost, Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. Watch it.
All right.
Dude, we went to a PBR in Nashville. We were chopping it up with this young lad who was a bull rider, and we were rooting for him as he went out there. And then he went out there and fucking ended up like breaking his hip. The bulls just stomping him. Like, that is a dangerous game.
It is.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Then they got to get back on.
Was it JB Mooney? Is that his name?
I mean, there's
that one guy who was a bushwhacker. He was like the most insane bull of all time. No one could ride him, and he like picked him out 8 times. He's like, no, I want him. And
we were kind of doing one of these. We were like vlogging the experience, and I walk in and I got my boots on, but I'm a Missouri boy. There are people who wear boots in Missouri. They love to pretend to be in the South, but I got the boots over the jeans. And some of the guys pulled me aside and they're like, "Hey, you know what it means when a man is wearing the boots on the outside of his jeans? Do you know what it means?"
I don't.
It means we can cut the episode. It means you like have sex with goats. We can cut that part.
The way you phrase that is almost worse than just saying it off the bat.
It means you fuck goats. Like,
he's just such a professional.
Yeah, but the guy, like, you're a Texas guy. Like, these Texas boys are just like, they just talk to you directly. Like, hey, man, you know what it means when you wear the boots on the outside of your jeans? I'm like, oh, no, I need to get him over top. He's like, it means you fuck goats, man. All the boys are laughing at you right now.
Good to know.
Yeah, so
I will
That's
quit.
great. That's
just quit wearing my
good
boots
to know
like
is
that.
the perfect place you just cut it.
Just tuck that one in the back pocket.
All right, fellas.
Peace. We end up this episode to bring you Rose Sparks. The older one gets, the more it becomes clear that sex is about quality, not quantity. The vibes have to be right. That's why Rose Sparks stands out. It helps ensure readiness when the moment is right. After it dissolves under your tongue, you get hard in about 15 minutes on average. When both partners are having a good time, the experience is better for everyone. Rose Sparks helps you get fuller, thicker erections, and they last up to 36 hours, making it easier to be ready for another round if you're both feeling it. Rose Sparks always makes both partners make sure they're feeling it. Roe connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, and if provided, treatment ships directly to their door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect to the provider at ro.co/bussin to find out if prescription Roe Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/bussin for $15 off your first order. Rose Sparks is a compounded drug product. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety info. Also, real quick, we're going to talk to you about Lucy. Let me show you this right here. Right there. That's my daily espresso. It's my favorite, hands down. It has that little bite and burst. Things when it just pops and hits you with a bunch of flavor, and it never gets old. I'm also using it to lock in like I am right now. If I need to focus or I need to get a little extra energy boost, this is what I reach for. Pre-workout, post-workout, doesn't matter. It just works either way. These bad boys go up to 12 milligrams. So if you need something with a little more kick, me personally, I'm more of a 4 guy, by the way. If you want 12, that's more. That's up to you. That's up to you. They've got you covered there too. One thing that I respect about them the most, they're independently owned, proudly American made, not some big tobacco brand playing dress up. That matters. Lucy is the only pouch doing a long-lasting, on-demand flavor like this. Get 20% off your first order at lucy.co/bussin. Use code BUSSIN. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every customer is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Let's get back to this episode. We're now like somehow got ourselves into our spring tour being like we're just 5-star athletes getting recruited. So we like show up and like we have all they have like the best food for us. Yes. Yeah. We get duffel bags, all the boys get duffle bags. It's
Taylor
like,
probably got recruited like that. I don't think you got recruited like that.
Well, hang on. I was a 4-star, Kirk. I was a 4-star.
I mean, you're a black shirt, but
Nike linebacker MVP, one of the in Indianapolis.
Okay.
So I had some good recruiting.
Okay.
Shout out Indy.
Okay.
Just undrafted. Just didn't live up to expectation.
What was your best recruiting? Like who treated you like who sucked you off the most in
Did
recruiting?
Pelini love you?
Yeah. Pelini, Nebraska was hard. Mizzou, Illinois.
And Nebraska
Those were the
sold
three.
you over Mizzou?
Iowa.
Why didn't you go to Iowa or Mizzou? Like, what did Nebraska sell you on? Pelini?
The staff, defensive minded.
But
guy.
Iowa came after you.
Iowa came after
Was it
me
hard to turn them down?
Yeah, no, it was easy to turn them down. Easy to
Tell
turn down
Linderbaum that.
You walked in their bubble and like they don't have facilities even close to the other.
Yeah, they probably just lived decades in the past.
Yeah,
Decades.
they live off. We have offensive linemen and
Kurt, we've talked about this before, probably, but I have CTE. So, besides Michigan State, where were you?
I was not recruited. I had no offers, and I walked off the field my senior year, last high school game. So I went on visits without offers. Mm-hmm. So I was like trying to recruit them, but it all worked out.
Yeah, it did all work out. It beat my ass like 3 times in a row. It pissed me off.
This is a first for us having 4 people on the podcast when they're like the whole quarterback room's coming. It's like, all right, we got to figure out how we're going to maneuver. Yeah.
First
foursome.
foursome.
It's like Dirty Mike and the Boys podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We got a soup kitchen taking place right here. That's how we feel, boys. We feel good about it, huh?
Yeah. But we have Fernando Mendoza, we have Jacob Clark, we have Aidan O'Connell, and we have Kirk Cousins all in the pod. First time, never been done. Let's give a round of applause.
We're basically in the quarterback room right now, boys.
You are in the quarterback room.
Yeah. So, guys, how's it feel? How's camp? You guys having fun? You guys making friends?
Just day 2. We're getting rolling.
Yeah.
All making friends with each other,
OTAs is kind of when you get the groundwork.
Aidan, how have you laid the foundation for all the boys and the new faces coming in? Like Kirk, he comes, like, do you take him, here's your local Target, Walmart over here?
He likes the free range by himself, so I think he did like the up and down the coast of California. He's done more than I have already, so I'll leave it to him.
Have you taken him to any like the day parties in Vegas?
No, I'm hoping he can take me there. Maybe Fernando can take us both, honestly.
Have you heard about the pool scene in Vegas? There's like a lot of pool parties. Like pools are like day clubs. Yeah. I didn't know that's a thing. So like the guys would be like, hey, in the off season, they're like, Saturday we're going to this such pool. It's like basically if you went to the club or the bar in college.
You're just going to the community pool.
Yeah, but it's like 1 p.m. It's not like midnight, you know? Like it's like 1 p.m. and there's like a line to get in. And there's like the music's going, and the drinks, and it's like I feel like I'm back at the Shark.
Not even on strip, too, off strip.
Off strip, they're doing this as well.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys been? You've been once.
So the hotel they put us up at is kind of its own scene too.
Correct.
So there's a lot going on.
Which hotel they put you up in?
The M.
It's a nice one. They got the casino on the ground level.
But it's a little. When you're walking past, you have to pass 10 poker tables every day, and 10 blackjack tables get to your room. Sometimes, it's a little.
He gets that itch.
Hard to not sit down.
He gets that itch.
Fernando, you get
not
the itch?
me, but I'm just saying, like in
solid
general,
people.
in theory.
Like, let me just put the signing bonus on black real quick.
Yeah.
Double it up. That's a smart move. That's financially a good move.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Where can we start? What conspiracy conversations or what topics are coming up in training camp outside of the football monotony?
Man, we hit it all, man. Politics came up yesterday.
Where do we all stand on that?
What are your guys' thoughts on the war?
You got the Fauci hearings
yesterday.
That came up.
The Middle East.
Plead the 5th.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna plead the 5th on that today too.
Yeah. What do you think about Israel, man?
We get it all in the quarterback room. We got a lot of time. Have
you guys heard about the Giants over in like Afghanistan or Kandahar? Look into it.
Is that a conspiracy you're saying?
No, like giants.
Like human giants.
Yeah,
that's gotta be a conspiracy.
Human giants.
The Odyssey you're
I heard
talking
it on
about?
Rogan.
There was another conspiracy this summer that I heard.
saw the Odyssey.
What it was.
Very woke film.
Aidan,
I'm just kidding. I loved it.
Did you guys run a similar style offense last year?
Not last year. My second year was the same tree as this. So this is like the same stuff from my second year.
Dude, we were just talking to Kubiak, and I just think it's kind of crazy how everyone from like this tree is running like Zorro, Zap, Wanda, the play actions, Lucy, Lamar, all those things. It's like, how have defenses like not caught on to this by now?
You do wonder that, especially with all the people listening now and all the like the interns or whatever they are listening to the calls and the TV recording. It is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think the run game really goes back to, and I could be corrected on this, but like the mid '90s Denver with Terrell Davis, Alex Gibbs was the O-line coach, Mike Shanahan, all those guys. And the guts of that are really still the same. I mean, it has definitely evolved, but like it's really been the run scheme for 30 years now, and it still works.
Fernando, for you, how has it been getting into an NFL style offense, learning the process, all of those things? There's a lot that you were in shotgun running more RPOs than anything else in Indiana. And this is definitely not that.
Yeah, it's definitely a pro style offense, and like Kirk said, it's a fantastic. And Aidan said it's a fantastic offense, and it requires a lot of under center, a lot of outside zone, and especially I believe when Jacob and I first got here, that transition. It's a big transition, getting under center, the play calls, and I mean, shout out to Kirk and Aidan. They deserve all the glaze possible because they were just there every single day, just rifling those play calls down, and really have helped Jacob and I dial that in and be able to evolve in our development.
Yeah, it's been good because Nando and Jacob, they grind, and so there's kind of like an instant respect there. Like, okay, you guys are going to stay extra. You guys are going to want to do it right. It matters to you. It's important that it's done with precision. We're not going to be, oh, it's good enough. So when you see that approach from both of them and Aidan as well, there's a respect there where it's like, okay, we can work with this. And I think it'll make for a good room all season. And the other thing is, Aidan, how many coordinators have you been with?
7.
So this is only his 4th year. He's had 7 offensive coordinators.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's like a recipe of like a nightmare recipe to start your carear. So
thanks, Kirk.
I'm hoping it's it's not his fault. So I'm hoping he can get some stability now moving forward. But yeah, the coach play caller system is a big deal.
I do think, for the young guys, it's you don't know what you don't know, so we're like trying to take a step back with them. And when Kirk and I talk, we can talk about things that we've run in our past, and like you said, you're running things that you've run before, and this system might have been called something different, but even situational football, I think, is a big part of it. We're doing the same situations over and over again, where these guys are trying to learn, like, why are we running this? What's the purpose of it? What's the intent? I think that's a big part of it.
How helpful is it to have a guy like Linderbaum coming over from the Ravens, who is, he's getting paid a lot of money, but a center, to me, like having a smart center is like the best back of the pocket help for a quarterback you can possibly have. Has he just been instrumental in this?
Yeah, I would agree. I think when your center can anchor, if a center's in your lap, it's really hard to play. So he's got to be able to anchor and then get everything ID'd and be able to run this scheme really well. I think he fits really well in this scheme going back to when he played at Iowa. So he's got to be the leader of that room, and we're going to ask a lot of him. But it's been a great start with him.
Yeah, he's a beast. Being able in the meeting room with him and just him dialecting and taking us through protections, it's a masterful work.
So he's got it up top big time.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like if you get into a pinch, and he goes into a pinch, it's like, hey, can you just go ahead and call it all for me?
I say to him, I want to handle as little as possible. Yeah. So like if you can handle
put it all on his plate.
If you can handle the mic points, if you can see the safety rotation, if you can fix the protection, like I'm technically, they say in the meetings, quarterback handles it, but like I'm never going to stop you if you get it fixed and I don't have to. We're good. I got a lot of things to worry about.
How do you bridge that conversation? Is it just quickly like, hey, just so you know, I don't want to do this?
Yeah, well, there's honestly there's some, because we watch film right now as most of the offense together.
Yeah.
So there's times where I'll speak up and I'll be like, I don't know if this was the coach wants, but like, here's what I would like to do, and like say stuff like, we good, And then there's other times where it's like, hey, this is where I feel most comfortable. Trying to get everybody to agree with that, and then sometimes just pulling a guy aside after you leave the meeting and be like, hey, I know that's what they said, but like if you did this, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
That's what I think a big part of that is, like, you guys know, individual conversations happen on the field, and then like Kirk and Tyler will have a conversation, and Kirk will have to echo that to us, and because they might decide something that we need to be informed about. And so I think those conversations happen meeting room, on field, and those are important to be all communicated with all of us.
There's also times where like coaches are in meetings too, so like we got to practice. They're watching tape right now, so they're not going to be available for another like hour and a half. So if we're in there watching tape, these guys are like, we're like coaches for each other, where it's like, what would you do here? What do you think? Did I miss that read? And trying to get other perspectives. So again, when you have a room of quarterbacks that you respect and trust and value that opinion, it's like getting more coaches and more feedback. I remember when I was in Minnesota, I'd go to the sideline, and sometimes before even talking to the coaches, I'd go to Sean Mannion, who was my backup and now the Eagles OC, and I'd be like, what did you see there? What did you think? Because there were times where like his opinion I was going to take more seriously than anybody else's.
Have you guys done anything as a QB room yet?
You know,
we did a dinner
back in summer. Kirk took us out to dinner and took us to a movie.
Oh, that's right. We did go.
It was like,
we did do
it
dinner
was like
in a movie.
father and sons kind of deal, you know?
Yeah, Aidan was out that one.
Pressure.
We did a different dinner.
Okay.
Classic dad movie, World War II.
Well, so we get in the car. Tell them what you said when we got in the car. We were walking out of the
Guys,
theater.
buckle
What you
up back
said
there.
about the movie when we left.
Oh,
You were like, I'm not gonna lie. First 5 minutes, I was like, man, what movie did this guy take us to? And he's like, but it got the end. I was like, that was pretty good, Kirk. And then he always pats me on the shoulder and he goes like this. He said,
a little acknowledgement, you know, some like physical good touch.
Yeah. Could be his love
You
language.
see him pat me on the shoulder yesterday? He patted me somewhere we were. He patted me on the back, and I was like looking around like, who just touched me? Yeah. He likes to pat me on the
Always looking out
shoulder.
for my guy.
Any expectations for the rookie dinner yet?
You know what? We have not.
Starting to
we
happen?
have not done
Thanks for
like
bringing that
a
up. I mean, that was not
hazing
brought up.
indoctrination. We haven't had him
got some hats,
sing
though.
in front of the team. He did get custom hats, so he seems to think that's enough, but he doesn't realize that's not even close.
What kind of hats are these made out of?
They're just
Crystal?
hats.
Why didn't we wear them? Yeah.
They're just,
We should've worn
regular
them.
hats that say like
Probably should have
quarterback
worn.
room.
Yeah, quarterback. Some of the teaching points. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a great gesture.
It was an appetizer.
It was a
All right,
great
we haven't
gesture.
got into the main course.
It was
We're
a
getting
great
serious.
move.
Next, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thoughtful though.
They were extremely thoughtful. It was
Whatever happened to thoughtful
earn my
gifts?
respect.
Right,
Earn
you gotta
my
have
respect.
thoughtful gifts.
Yeah, we're having a thoughtful gift. Now it's all about, you know, what's the most expensive gift. Like more love for thoughtful gifts
We'll
nowadays.
take any ideas the listeners have to indoctrinate him, or maybe have him go through the fire a little bit as a rookie. If anybody has any good ideas, I'm here.
Is there
going to
be a rookie talent show this year?
I don't know. It's kind of a Klint Kubiak question, but there was talk. Maxx Crosby was talking yesterday. I think he kind of leads the charge on guys singing in front of the team, and the thought was Max said that Fernando would have to go first. So I'm kind of tipping you off. You might need to have a song ready. I can give you some song suggestions
I know you
if
got
you need
one in
one.
the pocket.
You got to get. Hey, you got to hit the culture.
I have a couple ideas in the bag.
You got to hit the
You
culture.
can't miss on that op. Like when they bring you up, you
No,
gotta
you-
like own it. Like you gotta become Donny Osmond.
And bro, it
there for
doesn't even
that
matter if you
moment.
sound good or not. It's like it's truly the buy-in that everyone's gonna care about. You need to get lost in the voice.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be like that guy's like, oh, I didn't memorize the lyrics. Just got to go out there, right?
Yeah. Go out there and have
Hit
it.
a couple moves on him.
Did you guys have any rookie introductory stuff you had to do?
Yeah, I got my head was shaved. Actually, not true. I had I had this piece not shaved, and then all the rest of it was shaved.
Little
and then-
tuft.
Yeah, it was like a small little tuft.
Yeah.
But it was nice because if I put a backwards hat on, it looked like I
Couldn't
was
know
normal.
the difference.
And I'd be at the bar in Nashville, and my buddies would take my hat off, and the girl would be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a genetic disorder. I'm working through it, man."
How about you, Willie? Did you have any?
You were there for mine.
I don't remember.
I,
It's all blur, man.
my skit was I basically like mocked some of the defensive coaches.
Yeah,
so I act like
yeah.
Slowick.
That was in
Who
Richmond.
else? Hazlitt. Yeah,
That was
when we were
in
in
Richmond.
Richmond.
Yeah, you
Dude,
did a
do
good job.
Remember, I was
You did a
telling
good job.
JP about this. Do you remember that O lineman's name? He was Samoan and he played the ukulele.
Yes, he played.
And he played John Legend.
John Legend.
So we all got
of
the
me.
phones out.
Yeah, it was good.
lighters are going up.
I have a video of that somewhere.
Dude,
I'll send it to you.
please do, because I had lost my old phone and I don't have any of that my old videos. 'cause
I had
used
forgotten
to
about
have
that.
The phone out all the time.
Yeah, rookie entertainment, man. It's a nice break in the doldrums of camp.
This will come out in a few weeks. So could you tip us to any songs we could be looking forward to?
Are ours recorded and like put out? Like that's gonna be like a thing. That,
I would be the
that-
content
I'm
would be
Raiders-
gold, but I don't think
Like,
it
you
will
should
be.
always act
Media.
like somebody's watching.
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure
So
Raiders
you can't do
Media
anything
will
like
have
too
something.
crazy
team meeting.
because like it's gonna go like on YouTube.
It's gonna go nuclear.
Yeah. You should do the craziest thing because it's going to go on YouTube.
The one thing that I actually do kind of enjoy, I think the vets do enjoy, is usually when they get up there, they've had us tell a couple of jokes and they usually make you say your NIL amount. Which is cool because I think it's like some of the vets get to see like the NIL world, especially with all the craziness.
Or wish they had been
So
a
how
part of
much
it.
was it?
Yeah.
I know. Just
Dude, I'm kind of
envy.
happy I wasn't. I would have.
What was your
it would've been
NIL?
a problem.
Plead the fifth.
Oh, Fauci. He just
But it was
Fauci
definitely-
did.
it was
You know
definitely-
it's boys
it
or
was
what?
definitely-
You can't bring it up and then plead the fifth.
What
You
color
brought
is
up
the
the
turf?
topic.
Yeah.
What color is this
It's green.
turf?
The turf is green.
Okay.
But the thing
Don't
is,
plead
You did bring up the topic.
I
Is
did-
the
I did
story,
bring- I
is
did
the
bring up the
story
topic.
public about you almost going to Georgia when you called him?
Yes.
That's quite a
From
story.
Cal?
That's quite a
Yeah,
story.
from
Yeah,
Cal.
I think
Tell the story again.
Yes.
You would have taken Gunnar Stockton's place, dude.
No, I would have been in competition. I mean, he's great. I mean, he's like.
He calls Kirby Smart and says, "I'm coming to Georgia," but Kirby didn't.
But
pick
I
up.
went to Indiana
That's a
for
real story.
legit 50% of the price of another school.
Say that again.
I went to Indiana
He
for
took
actually
50% less.
in reality
discount.
55% of the price of another school.
Wow.
And that school's Georgia.
He needed that extra 5.
That school's not Georgia.
What was that school?
Oh, come on. I mean, what is he, like conspiracy theories up here? Like,
No,
come on.
I'm asking questions.
Conspiracy theories may or may not be true. We're talking about like things that happened.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and it's in the past. You won the Natty. You won a Heisman.
I know.
Like,
Well,
it.
I mean, in the past,
Fernando,
you guys
it's
did the
over.
Vandy PR team.
Vandy PR. Oh,
Yeah, you guys did the Vandy PR
don't even
team.
do that.
You know?
I
So
told
it's
Diego
right.
to his face. I was like, "You're probably gonna
But
lose."
it's all good. Like, playoff Willie, you're my guy now. You know what I mean? Because I went my research. I got research on the topic before in rookie premiere. I came out guns a blazing. Basically thrashing you guys for being the Vandy PR team. Did my research. Playoff Willie, the man, was actually more on my side.
There it is.
Taylor was really not.
Whoa,
but
hold on.
it's all right.
No. Whoa,
Says I wasn't deserving. It's all right.
I was
for that.
I was on your side.
Oh, it's right.
It was you because you called out Jeremy Klump. As you were walking out the rookie premiere, you go, worst stats for a Heisman winner ever of all time, huh? And then just you walked out the door, and Jeremy wears that to this day.
Yeah.
Whenever you're brought up.
Yeah, because it was like
this is also after you said you don't look at social media.
Because it wasn't after.
Fair.
And then also all my teammates are like, everyone's a fan of the show, and they're like, bro, look what they're saying. I'm like, oh, I like those guys.
Boys,
Come
not
on.
the boys.
And it was really
I
unfortunate.
wanted to like him.
We're unpacking a lot here.
Yeah, and it was really unfortunate. Sorry,
It's good to get
like,
on the
talk
table.
about this tangent, but it was really unfortunate because I believe I had 5 less passing yards and 3,000 yards. So like the big 2 numbers, like 2,000. But I feel like because our team, because our team won the Heisman, since our team gained the extra games, those stats should count in the end. You know what I mean? So I feel like, but not the like post Big Ten, but the post like national championship.
I agree with you
because our team earned it.
Yeah.
But you won the Heisman.
Our team won the Heisman.
And your team won the Heisman. And you
Our
won the
team won the
Natty.
Heisman.
Like you got it.
Our team won the Natty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who was the 55% discount for?
Oh man.
Good callback, Will.
Nobody, but
It was a
I don't know.
50% discount. You're right. Who was it?
50% discount.
Purdue? Was it in the
no,
Big Ten?
not Purdue. Actually, we played Purdue, and it was great. Back in the day, watching some great Aidan O'Connell film of Purdue, Dyson, Ohio State up. I mean, that game just goes under the rug.
Just a
Not a lot of people
true
see that, but it was.
We
it was
lost
cool.
by 30.
But Aiden's some of his throws in his plays because we actually did take a play from your. I forgot, but it was a play.
We took a play.
And I
from
promise it was a red zone play.
from
I
your
remember.
30-point loss.
You threw a corner in the end zone.
Okay, so the story that is out there, you call Kirby saying I want to come to Georgia, but they didn't hit
Are we in
you
the
with
NFL?
We
I mean,
are,
it's
but
like
we're
the
trying
NFL
to
This is a big
football
live
right
in
here.
the past fine, isn't it? Big
What's
live in
that?
the past fine right now, he
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah,
But
this is like a little
he
bit.
told me, I
You
thought it was
took
an
cause
interesting
in the
story.
past.
It may already be out there. I think it is.
You
but
talk things too currently, like there's always going to be a reservation because the season hasn't started, and you're going to have your, you're going to be saying your politically correct answers.
Yeah, I mean, I love
so
Kirby.
that if
Kirby's
you
a great
talk in the
coach.
past, you can kind of just story tell since it's
I've never heard the story.
Over.
What is the story?
he had been connecting with Georgia and other schools, and Georgia had been reaching out to him like pretty late at night. And he made the decision, I'm going to go to Georgia, and I'm going to let you tell it.
This is like folklore in the Odyssey right here. He's like singing the fable. But it was like a late night decision, and it was really coming between the two. And at the end of the day, I basically took another night to rest on it. And then at that time, I was like, I wanted to go to Georgia, but my mom was like, "Yo, you got to go to Indiana." So I was like, "Yo, bet."
Yo.
She didn't say "yo"
Ferdy,
because
come sit down,
that's
you can
not
talk to
her
me real quick.
terminology. But like mom knows best.
He called Kirby to say, I'm going to Georgia, and Kirby didn't pick up.
So you didn't leave a voicemail, and
So
then
he
went to
slept
Indiana.
on it, and then he changed his mind.
If there's
Is that
ever,
true?
you know how they show
Thank
videos.
you,
But
Kirk.
he called.
This
He
guy. That's
the real
called
story?
late.
Okay.
He called, but he said he'll pick up because like he's been
wait, how
calling me
late?
late.
I mean, all like
How late?
It was late.
You're on Pacific time?
Like a
no, it's Eastern time.
Okay.
Eastern time in Miami. It's late.
All right.
So late, like
these are
late,
life-changing decisions. you know?
Life changing.
late, like around your bedtime or past your bedtime.
Past that time.
So we're talking close to midnight.
Close to midnight.
You ever remember
But
the
he said,
Way past the Vegas day pool parties.
why were you call? Why are you
Like,
calling
that's
so
where we
late?
wrapped up at that
way
point.
past the Vegas pool parties.
So
It sounds like he was
I'm
going to
trying
go
to
to
let him
Georgia.
tell it, but he's not telling it.
Why,
So I'm
why is
telling
the
it.
conversation so late at night?
Because he said Kirby had been, the Georgia team had been contacting him late. So he's like,
is that
he'll
how
probably
Kirby rolls?
pick up.
He calls people late.
no, Kirby's an awesome coach. Kirby's an awesome coach. Coach Ignati's an awesome coach. Everyone's an awesome coach. Okay, and I'm new to the area. these guys are in the area. What are your favorite spots in Vegas Stadium?
So is that story not out there? I thought it was out there.
It is out there. It is out there.
It's out there. Well, there we go.
Hey, you operate in the
This is the
pocket well.
perfect example. You remember like the video of
All right, I'll tell a
Pittsburgh
story.
Steelers?
Oh,
Pittsburgh
now
Steelers,
he's
they would do
telling
quarterback
stories.
drills,
Yeah.
and it'd be like a rookie versus a
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger. And
Yeah.
you're seeing like a rookie versus like a long-term vet. He's just zoomed in. He's too zoomed in right
He's
now. Tell the
zoom
story.
focused.
You almost acted like
All
Kirby
right.
Smart not picking up the phone right there.
All right, no, Kirby always picks up the phone. But basically, what it was, I was really between Indiana and Georgia, two fantastic programs. Indiana would have been a little bit of a, would have been kind of, I still need to compete for it, but Georgia had Gunnar Stockton, fantastic quarterback, great leader of men over there, and he's just fantastic. And it was a late night decision, and at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna go to Georgia. So I gave the phone like 3 rings. And my mom was like looking at me, and I'm like,
Mom knows
like,
best.
I'll like flip it, just hang up the phone. And I was like, I'm gonna. So it wasn't him not picking up, but I was like, flip it, boom. And I took a sleep on it, and the next day,
The rest is
I don't
history.
know. I guess prayed on it, and
What if
Thanks,
you would
Mom knows
have
best.
What if you would have answered in one ring?
well,
That's a great question.
Mom's
That's
still
a great
staring at
question.
you. Hey, Coach.
Coach Sullivan gave us a book called The 4 Agreements, and
a
one of the
great book.
agreements are
It's a great
being a
book.
man of your word. And so I would have taken it. I would have been blessed. So I think it would have been 2 great situations, and it's
It's good.
like the universe. It's a butterfly effect. Who knows what happens?
Yeah, Kirby Smart's 3 rings away from getting you to a school. If he would have just picked up before you looked at your mom, that's basically what you just said.
Kirby Smart's the man. I mean, Gunnar Stockton's a great quarterback there, and everyone's great.
I mean, yeah.
Everyone's great. I love it.
Everyone's great.
I love that. Jacob, what was your NIL?
Great question.
What was your NIL?
Missouri State? So I got about 75 and a house to live in.
That's
Oh, that's
75 more
money.
than we got.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, we were talking Scally checks between like what, $800 and $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
So
because
maybe
it was based on
15 grand a
cost of
year.
living of your campus, so East Lansing wasn't a big check.
Yeah,
Well, how much did you get at Nebraska?
$850, maybe $925 my senior year a month.
Kurt, did you ever get back pre-NIL? Did you ever go to a restaurant and they'd be like, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's on us. Go green."
I felt like East Lansing just wasn't. I mean, the Spartans are popular and all that, but it wasn't like Bama or like Auburn, where it's like life. Like basketball's big in Michigan State, so like there's other stuff going on. But no, I didn't really have any.
Do we have
any
hope in
hookups.
Nebraska this year?
Yeah, I got some hope.
Prediction against the Hoosiers?
I think we're in a unique spot against Indiana. I think you see, we got you guys on the schedule, and then you got Michigan and Ohio State back to back after that. And I believe you come to our house.
I haven't looked that deep, but I think so. Yeah.
I haven't been at Nebraska since they added like another tier to the stadium.
Yeah. Last time Kirk came.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. These guys probably don't know about it.
Not by me.
Oh.
How many
But he
yards I
got
throw for?
Like 120.
No, I think it was less than that, Coach. I think it was like
Wow, this
I
guy
mean,
is.
you
used
I mean,
to,
we
so
locked
I would
Kirk
like
up.
throw an
He was the-
incompletion in practice in Washington, and he would be like, just like 2011 at Memorial Stadium, 87 yards. Like he'd be chirping in OTAs or whatever.
Yeah, 2 picks.
And I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything because Pelini had my number.
And it was like his one bad game that year.
Yeah.
Well, he's a stud. Come on.
Really,
Taste the
my
black
worst,
shirts.
probably my worst game in college as far as like just no production. There's nothing. Couldn't do anything.
That was my coming out party.
Well, I'm happy to
Couple
help.
TFLs.
Happy to help. Look at you now.
Started to get my confidence.
Aidan, how do you feel about Purdue this year? What do you think we're gonna stay consistent?
Stay consistent.
Elite Eight for basketball was great.
That's good. That's
Elite Eight
awesome.
was-
Big Ten's been
was
on a
great.
heater in the sports
No
world.
doubt. Yeah, we got to turn around. It's been tough to watch, but believe in the crew.
Aiden's got a funny story. Tell him a story about me calling you when you're in high school.
I was was I a senior in high school? Yeah, senior in high school.
What time of year was it?
It was after. It was in the spring.
Senior year spring.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
this
have
is
any
late.
offers either. Deciding between the Division III school in Chicago and
Wheaton College. Shout out
Wheaton
Wheaton
College.
College.
Yeah,
Great
shout out
football
Wheaton.
program. Iconic program. Coach
Really
Swider.
Fantastic people there.
older brother
Coach
played
Swider.
there. Patrick played there. My younger brother Seamus just graduated, played there. But deciding between Division III Wheaton and walking on at Purdue, Kirk called me out of a favor from the Wheaton head coach.
The Wheaton head coach knows me pretty well and our family, and he goes, "Hey, we got this guy we think's like pretty darn good. We kind of are gonna like under the radar be able to get him, but he's got a Division I opportunity to walk on. Can you call him and tell him to do D3 instead?" So I called him and I'm like, "Hey man, like you don't want to go to D1 and like be the 5th guy and just sit and watch for 5 years, hold a clipboard. Like you want to play, go to Wheaton, go be a legend there."
And I committed to Wheaton, and it worked. I was like, I'm going to Wheaton. And then I had some discussion with family and changed my mind, went to Purdue.
Went to Purdue and balled out. No, now he's in the NFL. I don't know if he's sitting here if he went to Wheaton. So.
I remember Kirk called me, though, and I was like upstairs and didn't answer and had a voicemail from him. And I was like, showed my friends at school, like, Kirk Cousins left me a voicemail. Like, check this out. Like, that was the coolest
and then he's like, yeah, no, I'm going to Purdue. It worked out.
See, but you committed originally.
I did. I was going to go to Wheaton. Yeah.
And then one conversation.
This was literally, and this was like in April of my senior year, probably.
That's pretty late. Wow.
And then changed the next month and was at Purdue.
Did you deep down think that was the best decision for Aidan?
Honestly, yes, because I watched guys at Michigan State who walked on who just got no reps. They just grinded. They had to give up like their academic efforts. Like one guy was trying to be a dentist and he's like running from labs and stuff. He is a dentist now and he's like coming to not play and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, this can't be right. Like either go be a dentist or like go play at this lower level, but like to do this and just stand and watch, like what do you? But I didn't know Aidan had a cannon. And so he wasn't going to stand and watch.
He didn't watch any film at all.
He wasn't going to stand and watch.
That's not true because I went to Purdue and I was like 8th on the depth chart my freshman year. Like we had like 9 quarterbacks. And then my next year I was like still probably like 6th. So
he did it the hard way.
What happened, Kirk was right. I probably should have went to Wheaton, but it just so happened that guys transferred. A couple guys got hurt and I got to play.
Gritty.
Ready for that opportunity.
Dog.
Jacob, is it usually like this in the quarterback room where all the boys are talking and you're just you're sitting back observing?
Yeah, I try to like speak when needed. I'll jump in there sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll try to have Fernando's back if needed. But
Chris, so I was with Sean Mannion. Okay, so Sean's as smart a football player as I've ever been around, and that's why he's the OC of the Eagles now after only like 3 years as a coach. Crazy bright, but I see a lot of Sean and Jacob in terms of just how like I'll ask him questions and like he's never taken an NFL snap and I'll be like, what do we got here? What's the depth on this route? Because he's like dialed. So it's like again like having a coach. And I told the staff, I'm like, if Nando's the guy you're trying to develop for the long haul, like you're gonna want I had Sean Mannion, like you're gonna want a Jacob here, you're gonna want an Aidan here because like it makes a big difference as a player to have that guy that like he's a step ahead of me even though I'm the starter. If he can be a step ahead of me, that helps me play better because it pushes me and it keeps me sharp.
Jacob, for you, like of all the boys sitting here, I empathize with your seat the most being an undrafted cat. Like being around draft picks and like you got Kirk Cousins, you got Fernando Mendoza, Aidan O'Connell who's been here and done it. What's the mentality been like for you coming into the room, knowing that it like the reality is it's an uphill battle?
Yeah, for sure. Like what you said, like. Going back to just my love for the game, like I was one of those kids when I was 6 years old that turns on Sports Center instead of SpongeBob. So just being able to come in here and learn from our great coaching staff, these quarterbacks, even pick Fernando's brain. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner, national championship, like just being able to be around it and then learn. And then like Kirk said, just being able to be on top of it and being able to help him or other rookies. We have 30 rookies on this team. Like every single rookie that's on offense, I want to be able to help them in a certain way. And then just, being ready for whenever I do get that opportunity.
It's hard to stay loose at practice if you don't get reps. It's hard.
Yeah. I saw him back there when he was doing routes. He's in the back getting his sets
That's a grind in and of itself.
Yeah. Who was somebody on the Raiders that you were like most starstruck by? When you walked in the building, you're like, oh shit, Aidan O'Connell.
Probably that guy over there, Maxx Crosby.
No, what's up, man? Max is right there.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging.
Yeah.
Does he ever have a shirt on when in the facility, or is it always? He does. Is it always like that?
No, he mixes it up.
It's anytime you got the shirt just permanently on your body. I think it's the move. It's absolutely the move.
Yeah.
Would you ever get? Do you have any tattoos yourself?
I do not.
Would you ever get one?
I would consider. I feel like I'm one of those guys. If I got a tattoo and there was a little line messed up, it would drive me crazy.
Oh, buddy, don't get one.
So I think I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah. Do any of you guys have tattoos at all?
I don't put bumper stickers on a Ferrari, man.
Yeah, but you do put rims.
Nah.
Max, I do not feel that way about you. I don't care what Kirk said.
None of y'all have tattoos? You guys wouldn't get one? You guys are not tattoo guys? Just keep it clean.
Well, I'm a rookie. You see Max is a rookie. It's different. Yeah. It's an evolution. People evolve.
It's an evolution. He's in Vegas. Maybe there's going to be an evolution here.
That's the final form of Fernando Mendoza right there. Yeah. He'd have a grill all set up. I feel like it's time, right?
I think it's time.
Boys, this is like one of the more important questions you'll be asked the entire year. We know that anybody would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light, right? What's something that you guys would do anything for? Some guys have said go to space. Other guys have said they'd love to go back in time and see the dinosaurs.
Simply a steak.
Simply a steak has been another one. But what's something you would do anything for? You can't say family.
Nothing family related.
Man.
Can't do family related. That's too low of hanging
Is a
fruit.
Super Bowl cliche?
No, take Super Bowl out too. That's
cliche.
boring.
I'd probably say hit a hole in one at Augusta.
Oh, I
like on the
that.
12th hole.
Okay, set the tone, Aiden.
That's a good
That's
answer.
Just off the
leadership
dome.
right there. That's leadership.
That's leadership.
Oh man, can't be
never
anything
played
family related.
I've never played
Okay.
Augusta, so if anyone wants to invite me out to play, that'd be
We'll
cool
get on
too.
that. We have some people. We have some connects out there.
Unless
Okay, big
it's
time.
like an ambition or an expectation on one of your kids.
I want to build a golf course in my hometown badly, so I'd like to do that.
Talk to them.
Seems like you're gonna.
I think I'm probably gonna try to do that.
All right. So do you want to do something you're already in the middle of doing?
I thought we were going for like a little less realistic.
I haven't started, so.
I mean,
But you've got the land.
all times earnings list.
Yeah.
Like you're up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 3.
What about you, Jacob? What's something you do anything for? See an alien?
Say that again.
See an alien?
No.
Go to
I don't-
space?
I don't really like aliens.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know.
really like
We got to get to know him
aliens.
first before we know if we like him or not, right? Can't judge a book by its cover.
The golf one's electric, especially at Augusta. Like I would do anything just for a hole in one in my local course.
The Muni.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
No, you can't say that though. It's already
I
been.
know.
It's already been off the board.
Golf's already taken.
Yeah.
Some reps.
That's gold.
Anything for some reps, man. He talking about building golf courses, man. You just want to rap.
Everything's relative. Everything's
God,
relative.
the privilege, bro.
The privilege.
I can't wait to hear what Nando says.
See, this is great leadership over here. This is why his quarterback room is so phenomenal. You have to
Fantastic
learn
guys,
from
leaders
these
of men.
answers.
Spying time.
You know, yeah, definitely delay technique. I think, you know what? The one thing I would do anything for, you know, I would love to play. It could be football or no?
Could be anything.
It can be football.
Could be football if you want.
You love ball, man. Talk ball.
Yeah. 3 more yards on your Heisman season.
Oh, for sure. No. I think it'd be pretty. Actually, that's a bad one. That would have not been good.
And the power of editing too. You don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
the
this
power of
one.
editing.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll
okay,
cut
okay,
through
okay.
all this.
Any ideas?
I think it'd be a pretty. But it's the travel. I was gonna say I think it'd be pretty cool to play like the international series, but then also the travel's kind of.
You're gonna get to do that.
Yeah.
That's way easier than a golf course.
Yeah.
Way easier than building a golf course. I promise.
Oh boys, I have no idea.
Would you want, like, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? We need to process.
We're talking
and make
superpowers.
decisions.
I want to be able to teleport, dude.
You know what?
So
You know what?
badly.
Teleport's money.
You know what?
Oh,
I would.
love that.
I would like to talk to God once.
Oh, that's
Talk to
good.
God one time.
Yeah.
Just once.
Well, at least once. You know.
Yeah,
it'd be cool,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
I like
have
that.
a
Good
dinner.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's solid.
What
But
would-
teleporting, I'm with you on that.
Game changer.
Yeah, I mess with teleporting.
Off days in training camp, you have a lot of fun.
Get this, dude. Time. Being able to manipulate it and do whatever you want with time.
That
That's
would be
such
what
a
I would do.
mess.
Anything for it. Be able to go back in time, maybe fix a couple things.
What would you fix?
I'd probably still go to Michigan State.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be amazing blue, brother.
I definitely would have not thrown as many interceptions over the years.
Nice.
Would he still put the
Yeah.
chains on?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he put more
put
on.
the chains
He'd have done
Yeah.
that sooner.
Yeah, maybe get my own chain. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Thankfully, I don't have too many regrets. But
How about touch any book and you just
Oh, for sure.
digest
retain the
all of the
information. I
information
like
and
that.
retain it.
Oh, I like that.
That's
Yeah.
a great superpower.
It's a savvy one right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Have you read many
knowledge is
books?
Power.
I've read some books.
Nice.
Yeah, no, Willie and I, when we were playing, we used to go through
A
some
couple
of the books
nights
you were
ago,
reading.
The Big Slide with Lil Pup and Lil Duck. Lil Puppy's scared to go up the slide.
He's at that stage.
And so
Nice.
he goes,
Okay, cool.
he goes home with his mom. He's like, maybe tomorrow, Mom. And she's like, maybe tomorrow. And then he practices on his little stoop, the little concrete stoop, practices sliding down. He builds a little cardboard slide for his toys and whispers to him as they're going down. He's like, be brave, be brave, be brave. And then the next time he goes to the park, he meets a friend, Little Duck, and he wants to go on the big slide. And Little Duck's like, hey, I'll go up there with you if we can both go down it. And he gets the courage to go up to the big red slide. And he gets a little nervous when he gets to the top. But Little Duck comes on up there.
Lil
Duck. He comes up there, and all of a sudden, he goes down. They have the greatest time.
Spoiler.
And they say, do you want to do it again? And that's exactly what they did.
That's
when you read the book to your kids, though. Sometimes I'll read the book to my boys, like a book like that, and I'll leave the room at night, and it'll speak to me, and I'll be shutting the door. I'll be like, damn, like I gotta toughen up,
buddy. We were at Miami. In this massive. I mean, it was probably up to that ceiling, as high as the diving board was. The Olympic.
Oh, that's
diving board.
huge.
And I was too scared
Terrified?
to go off of it. I climbed up there, and it's not one of those situations where you go back down.
No, you can't.
And my
This
boy,
is the
Taylor,
University of Miami.
Yeah.
University of Miami.
This is
It took
Nando's
us so we could
backyard.
jump.
I've done this before.
And Taylor,
Summer camp.
he's my little duck in this story.
Everybody needs a Lil Duck.
We got a video of it. I could not wait to go home that night. And then as I'm reading the big slide, I wanted to read it to Rue. And then I'm like, hey, your dad went through a situation like this just today.
Like literally.
Showed her the video. And I was like,
big.
Uncle Taylor was a little duck in this situation. Your dad was a little pup. I was scared.
That's big.
Well done, Taylor.
Thanks, man.
Just reaching and teaching.
Yeah, fear. You either go through it or you just fail. So anyway, boys, it's
Do it
been
scared.
it's been awesome. I'm getting everybody doing this in the back. They're saying, "Hey, we gotta go."
Oh, yeah.
And
I guess we
literally,
do
I
gotta
looked up the minute you started telling the little duck story, and all the people at the radio show
They
were
all
like,
hated
We're done here.
And you're like,
And
he's
I had
already
to
in flow state. with the
uncomfortably
little duck
listen to
story.
that story, not with you telling it, just knowing that everyone's like, "Please stop the podcast." And I'm hearing my boy tell kid stories. It's been awesome to have you guys. It's been amazing. You guys rip. What a quarterback room you guys have.
My
I hope-
YouTube algorithm keeps feeding Bussin content. So
Good,
I don't know
that's
if it's
good.
just because I like the NFL or if it's because I like
We spend
the
a lot of
bros,
money to
like
make
the
sure that happens.
boys.
Maybe they're reminding you
But
to subscribe.
The algorithm, I do not subscribe. Full disclosure.
Just hit the
but
subscribe.
the algorithm would be as if I do subscribe.
It's easy
You
to
don't subscribe?
subscribe. Helps us, man.
I don't even know. I don't know how to use YouTube.
I got you. I can teach
whatever
you.
I watch.
There
They'll
you go.
get me
Fernando,
right.
do you subscribe?
Yeah, I'm subscribed. I
Don't get me
unsubscribed for a
right.
little bit, but I'm back subscribed.
Whoa, hey, so you really took something personal for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
love that.
it's all good.
I'm glad you looked into
But
it.
like,
though.
playoff Willie's my guy, though.
I'm glad you looked into it.
Did I really come at you like
No,
that?
no, it's all good.
'Cause my
It
brain-
was a joke. It was a joke.
I
It was a
have a new.
joke. It was a
Every
joke.
day is like my
I mean,
brain
come
just.
on, you gotta be able
know.
to take it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. You're
Diego's
right. That's on me.
Diego's
That's
on,
on
so
me.
you gotta give him some.
No,
some
I love
optimism.
Diego. He's a great guy.
Great guy, Leaderman.
Fantastic guy.
Fantastic guy. All right, round of applause for the quarterback room. Thank you, fellas. Really appreciate y'all. Let's get maximum in here.
Hey, you know what's funny about Vegas?
Everything looks like it's just 5 minutes away.
Yeah. Then you start walking.
Then you make it 2 miles. It's 112 degrees out. And then you start questioning every decision you've ever made.
No doubt. But that's why we're gonna make one right decision today.
Yeah.
Kevin's Natural Foods.
High protein, clean ingredients.
Delivered right to the hotel.
Save the walking for training camp.
Kevin's Natural Foods.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Training Camp Tour. The man that joining us now is the heart and soul of the Las Vegas Raiders, an individual that grew up in the great state of Michigan, went to Eastern Michigan, I believe it is. The football field is named after him at that school. For a very short period of time, we'll call it 6 hours, was a Baltimore Raven, but now he is back. Let's give a round of applause for Maxx Crosby, huh?
Boys.
How are we feeling, babe?
Oh, feel amazing.
I'll tell you what, the salute during the warm-up today, you had energy. I'm watching you guys warm up, and you're the first one every single time. You just seem like you're in your place that you love more than anything. How are we feeling day 2 of training camp?
Feels great. You know, just being out there with the guys is the best. You know, I didn't get to do any OTAs, so that was the first time for me. So yesterday was like the first real like full speed against the ones, and you know, you have the mental reps and like the feel that you can't replicate in training and things like that. So I felt like, you know, there's a couple plays I'm like, fuck, why am I hesitating? You know what I mean? A little shit
Or you
like
take
that.
that in, you try to go on the inside, and then you don't set the edge, and they fucking get
100%.
you 88 out the gate.
Yeah. So shit like that for sure. So, you know, today it was like, okay, I'm going to be me. Fucking trust it, go. And I was, you know, knifing through shit and doing what I do. So it was awesome. But just being out there and just doing what I do and feeling like myself, you know what I mean, is it's the best. You know what I mean? It was a long recovery. So
eventful off season.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, no doubt.
What when you reflect back on all the chaos, the madness, the Maxx Crosby saga?
Yeah.
What are some things that come to mind? About to be a Baltimore, you were a Baltimore Raven.
Yeah, I guess
something must have happened out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of the journey. You know what I mean? Ultimately, I was there for maybe 48 hours. You know, shit went left, and then I came right back here. So. You know, there's a lot to the story. There's a lot of things that people don't know. People still don't know what really went down overall. But I'm meant to be here. You know what I mean? I'm meant to be a Raider. There's a new fucking rumor every day. That's just what you got to deal with, and that's part of it. But I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? I play football. I love what I do, and there's nothing more enjoyable than going out there with the guys and just fucking trying to find ways to win. You know, once I got drafted here, my goal and mission was to win a championship here, and that hasn't changed. And it's the same thing when I went to Eastern. You know, we were 1-11, 2-10 my first couple years, and we changed the whole program around. So, you know, you got to have a delusional belief in turning things around. And you see, you know, having a guy like Fernando come here, and you got Kirk, and we got some more pieces defensively. You know, you just got to be optimistic and keep balling. So I feel great. All the bullshit, you know, that's part of it. You know what I mean? I feel like I grew a ton as a person. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of, you know, there's adversity, and to me, like, people talking about trades and shit is nothing to me. I don't care. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I've been through real life adversity, and I've, you know, lost people I love, and, you know, been through a lot of personal battles and shit like that. Like, that's real adversity to me. Like, rumors and people saying, you know, is he going to get traded? That doesn't move me. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. And, you know what I mean? They wouldn't be talking about it if I wasn't doing something right. So
yeah,
I know
you
what
are
I'm about.
So.
Yeah, I know what I'm about, and you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter to me, you know.
How is it having pieces like Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker?
Yeah.
On the second level behind you.
They're dogs, you know what I mean? Literally Georgia Bulldogs. But they're awesome, bro. They bring the energy every single day. They bring a certain type of confidence that you feel when you're out there. I feel like since I've been here, like, we've had a lot of really good linebackers from like Spillane and Denzel Perryman, like fucking dogs.
Yeah.
I love Spillane.
But having two of them together,
know.
Spillane's the man.
Spillane cut his teeth in here.
Yeah, he's an animal. But yeah, having two of those guys that have like actual experience playing together and both like in the prime of their careers, I haven't had that, you know, my whole career, having two of those guys, you know, starting behind me. So I think it's going to be special, and they have that leadership quality, which is super important at that position. You know that well. Nakobe, country as fuck. Quay, country as fuck. They're just different. They're different cats, and they play a certain way, and you could just tell when they're out there. So I'm excited to get the pads on and see them come downhill and smack some shit.
Quay Walker the size of him. I mean, Nakobe too.
Monster.
Like he's a hitter, but Quay being like 6'4", 240.
He's massive. Yeah, he's massive. He's gonna help us a lot.
When on the offensive side of the ball, what was surprising to me, because I knew, like, when I saw you in front for the warm-ups and all that, I was like, that's very on brand for Maxx Crosby.
Yeah.
One thing that surprised me was after like every rep in a team period, you're going up to Miller, you're going up to other guys in the offensive line. It seemed like you're like talking to them, dapping them up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how often are you conversing about what you're seeing to them and what they're seeing from you in the pursuit of, hey, I'm trying to get better. What am I doing? What am I giving away?
Yeah, we talk all the time, whether that's on the field or in the locker room and things like that. Those guys come up and ask a lot of questions, and you know, me and Colton have been going against each other for years now, and you know, we both have the same mindset, like we want to win, and no matter what. So if I beat him on a rep, he'll be like, "Hey, what'd you see there?" Or like, "Am I leaning too much?" Or like just asking questions like that, or even if it's just like a day like today, like it's the most reps we had, you know, so far in training camp as far as like team reps and shit like that. So, you know, guys have play 5, you see guys fucking huffing and puffing and looking down, and I'm talking shit trying to get them, you know what I mean, get guys going and, you know, rolling, you know, because that's when you get better, when you feel like shit and you're tired, and you know what I mean? That's kind of, you know, the things that I'm trying to do, bring unlimited juice, you know, from start to finish. That's how I operate. So, yeah, it's awesome, you know, being able to have those relationships. And for me, like as a captain and a leader, it's not just about the D-line and it's about everybody. You know what I mean? We need everyone to win. We need to score points to win. So if I can help, those guys, or if they're, if I get locked up on a play, I'm going to ask Colt and be like, what am I doing? Or did I give up my chest? Or am I leaning, a little shit like that. So ultimately just trying to, Klint talks about it all the time. Like, it's about the team. It's about it's about us. And to win a championship, that's what you got to do. So that's what I'm focused on.
You've been through several coaching changes here with the Raiders. And I'm sure everyone you felt good at the start of training camp.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about this staff or this group or operation feels different this time around than what you've experienced in the past?
Yeah, Klint is very he's just all football, like, all the time.
Oh, we had him on. It was,
he's not fucking around.
No.
He's not fucking around, but he's not an asshole. He's not like a dick about it. You know what I mean? Like, you could get around some coaches like, I'm fucking all ball all the time. And like, he's not like that. He's just very like monotone. He's straight to the point. This is right. This is wrong. He addresses everyone the same. Hey, Max, you're fucked up here. Don't fucking do that shit. He'll say that in team meeting with no hesitation. He'll say it to the quarterback. He'll say it to anybody, which I think is awesome. I think you need that. But he's straight about procedure and operation and being effective in practice, not wasting reps. And you could tell, like, he puts a lot of pressure on those guys on offense. Like, he's running a well-oiled machine, and they feel that. They got to be fucking locked in and ready. He's not going to put you out there. So, he's been awesome, bro. And just the communication, like, from day one, like, even all the way back to the beginning, like, when he got hired, people, I don't know how it got out or whatever, but the first day he got hired, it was like a big thing, because all the trade rumors and shit going on. Like, is Max going to
want to be out.
Yeah, like, is he going to go to the press conferences? This is the thing. And before that day even started, like, he sat down with me at breakfast and we talked for like an hour and a half. And he was just so open and honest about everything, like the whole situation. I felt comfortable just telling him, like, the reality, like, this is what really is going on. I want you to know this, like, this is where I'm at. And like, it was a really fucking cool conversation, because at that time, like, I really didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I mean? But I wanted to respect him, because he had no involvement with any of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He didn't do anything
no
to make
part
you
of
feel
that.
however you
So
were
I'm not going to
feeling.
be like, I'm not talking to this fucking guy. Like, no, because you know what I mean? I treat everybody the way I want to be treated. I want to be respectful. Like, I love this fucking place. I want to be real. Like, this is what's going on. So since day one, he's been transparent and open and honest with me. And I think that's the coolest thing about him, is like, you know what you're going to get. Sometimes, like, he's so like locked in and so like, you don't know how to read him sometimes. So I'll like hit up Foster, like Derek, and be like, is he like what's going on? Like, is there like, you know what I mean? He just answers stuff a certain way. I'm like, is he trying to, like, you know what I mean? But it's really cool. Like, he's a great dude, and I think the guys respond really well. He doesn't waste our time. Like, it's just straight ball and get into it. And I think he's done an amazing job so far.
How's it been with getting Kirk Cousins in here, Fernando Mendoza, first overall pick? Like, clearly you were sitting there watching them, and it's just like the most unique group of individuals to ever.
Yeah, that's the whitest quarterback.
It's
room.
the whitest quarterback room in the history of quarterback rooms.
Not one tattoo between four of them. It's
not
incredible.
one tattoo is probably the best way to put it. Is Fernando like this 24/7? Because Will's known Kirk for a long time, so it's like, we know you'll sign off like, that's Kirk, that's how he is. He even seemed a little more open this time around, like way more relaxed.
Yeah,
he seems like he's a little more like having fun. He knows like why he's here, what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And Fernando just like, how could you be that happy all the time? That's kind of my thought.
I don't know. He's young. You know what I mean?
The world hasn't hurt him.
The world hasn't hit him.
The world hasn't hurt him
yet. The world hasn't hit him yet. No, he's a great kid. I mean, it's weird me saying that like he's a child or something, but he's a great kid. He really is. He's the same guy every single day. You know what I mean? He's obviously got crazy talent. Like, he makes some throws, you're like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's got some zip on the ball.
That thing kind of comes off.
Bro,
nice.
So every day I go out and I grab somebody, and it's usually Cheddar Bob, the little bald head white guy, running back, Dylan Labe. That's how I call him, Cheddar. And we always do like our 50 OCD. We do like 56 catches after practice every day, and then we do punch out drill, and I'm helping him. You know what I mean? Just repping shit like that. one of the days I had to report to camp with the rookies. So I've been here for over a week already because I was coming off injury. So I got no vets with me. So I'm like trying to grab motherfuckers to do the catching shit with me. I grabbed one of our corners, Zeke. And then one of the days I'm walking out and Fernando is just walking by. I'm like, come with me. He's like, all right. And he comes out there. And usually like I'm throwing with a DB or running back. They don't really, bro, I get there, Fernando's fucking throwing piss missiles from 10 yards away, like launching. I'm like, fuck. He's throwing it 100 miles an hour. And I'm like, yeah, he's different. There's a little bit different zip on the ball. But he's just all about football. And he's just a good kid. And I want to see him have the success that a lot of these young quarterbacks are having. You know, we need a quarterback to be great and to win in this league. Like, that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of different guys come in here. We haven't had really stability at that position since Derek. And, you know, he drafted him number 1 for a reason. So Kirk is a guy with a ton of success. He's had a lot of success in this league. And Fernando's like, he's the future. You know what I mean? He's the guy that they're trying to get ready to, you know, be the face and be the dude that's going to, you know, be our one.
And compete in the division. I mean, you guys
there's a lot of fucking good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like, there's no secret about that. You got Pat, Herbert, and Bo Nix. And yeah, marrying him up with Klint just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. How has your relationship been like with Pat
Mahomes?
Yeah.
I texted him. We were texting a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, you always say like, respect, love, the whole thing. But then literally as soon as you guys walk in, they're like, I'm fucking here, boy, little ass boy. I'm coming at you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. Are they actually friends?
One of the rookies asked me this a couple of days ago, and it's real. Like, me and Pat, or me and, let's say, Lane Johnson, it's like the guys that are the fucking guys. You know what I mean? Like, you're going against them, you know what time it is, this war. It's the most respect off the field compared to anybody. Like, Andy Reid will fucking randomly like shoot me a call in the offseason. Man, I'm praying for your family. Hope everything's well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those guys that really are that dude. Like, it's the guys that like they think they're that guy and then they're still barking after the game and doing shit like that. It's like, you're a fucking peon. You know what I mean? But like Pat Mahomes, like, we go to war. Like, we go to fucking war. He knows I'm trying to murder him, and that motherfucker's trying to make me look stupid every time. But off the field, it's love every time. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to explain that. It's just like, you know what I mean? When you're willing to go to that length to have success, and a guy that's going to compete like that, there's like that mutual respect. It's like in the fight game. Like, you see those guys fucking try to murder each other.
Yeah.
But after they're fucking hugging each other and praying in the ring and stuff, like, I feel like it's similar to that. All the top guys, like the real greats in the league, I feel like I have those kind of relationships off the field where you'll text them and, you know, I see Mahomes out there throwing the ball and he's, you know what I mean? He tore his ACL, coming back from injury. Like, I just, you know, shot him a text. I'm like, shit. I said, well, I'll see you soon. But you know what time it is. I'm like, great fucking seeing you out there doing your thing. And
you just randomly
we'll be going to war. And he's like,
the date of the game.
He's like, no, we're back. He's like, we're fucking back. Can't wait to see you. And that's it. Like,
that's kind of badass.
It's cool. I respect.
That.
It's respect. I fuck with Pat. Like, he's a real competitor. But yeah, when you're between the lines, it's war.
Yeah.
Sure.
Any big plans for the Rush going into the season? The podcast?
Shit, it's our fourth season of the Rush. We're super excited about that. Yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling. You know, this off season was awesome. We did a lot of different things. Sac Summit was a massive weekend.
Dude, we got to get out to Sac Summit.
We were here that weekend, but you guys do everything at night, right?
No, we did. I mean, it's like it's basically 2 days straight of just sun up, sun down meetings and all type of shit, bro. We had some fucking OGs there. We had Lawrence Taylor. Like, there was some real cool, like, you know, legends, but also, you know, us moving it to the high school. Like, we were doing it at UNLV, but they weren't allowing us to have college guys and shit like that because it's like some fucking NCAA rule at a different school. So we switched it to Faith Lutheran out here in Vegas, and we had like 90-something guys. We had the top guys going to the draft next year. We had like the couple of the top high school kids in the country. We had fucking, like I said, awesome. Lawrence Taylor, Willie McGinnis, Gerald McCoy. Like, we had an awesome group, and just overall the structure was better. You know, every year we're working on it, but you guys go to Tight End U, which is fucking fake of you, and you don't come to our shit. But
the Tight End U started like,
but
and it's in Nashville.
I know, I get it, but if you're going there, you got to come to our shit.
I'm down. I feel like every year it feels like Sac Summit always just jumps on me. like jumps on us.
Comes out of nowhere.
Versus like knowing like it's on the calendar.
You got to switch your algorithm. That's the issue.
What you need to do is
I need to just hit you up. Hey, when at Sack Summit this next year, like what are the exact
every
dates?
July, bro.
You need to find a defensive end
to. That shit is public knowledge. You can find it. But listen, next year you guys are coming, and I get it. You guys are busy. I totally understand, but you guys got to be there. And what was I gonna say? There's something I was just about to say about it.
You're calling me fake for tight end U, and then
The people that run tight end U is the same people that run our shit. Rubicon, they run the whole thing. Sophie, you met Sophie and the whole crew. Dave, I'm with Rubicon and them, and Kittle is with Rubicon. So we got connected. They put together the whole thing. So yeah, they do a hell of a job. Shout out Raising Cane's too.
He's got a heart out.
I know.
I got to roll. Yeah, I got to get on
do
the
your
table.
thing, bro.
Seriously, I love you guys.
Love you too.
I'm so
dude.
happy to see y'all. Where were y'all at yesterday? You with the Rams and Chargers?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We have on for our fourth iteration. We've had Coach Kubiak. We've had the quarterback room. We've had Maxx Crosby. And now we have the GM of the Las Vegas Raiders, John Spytek. Round of applause for the boy.
Boys, thanks.
It's an honor to have you on.
John, I want you to know that this guy, he didn't clap. This guy right there, he didn't.
Cam didn't clap?
No, he didn't.
Keep him in mind.
Everybody else
Noted.
in that
Cam,
group
we got a
did
meeting
clap.
after this.
And it's accountability. It's just
I didn't say
accountability. It's accountability taking place. Hey, how's it been so far in training camp? Seeing these guys, I know we're not in pads yet, so you really don't know.
No, it's just kind of a continuation at this point of OTAs. But great to see the guys back. 91 guys out there running around, healthy squad. Everyone's fired up. Hot as shit out there.
Yeah. When you look at the roster from a competitive standpoint, how good do you feel going into this season? Obviously, you had the first overall pick and Fernando Mendoza, but there's also been there's been a lot of movement that's taken place with the Raiders in the last few years. Like, how do you feel about your roster right now?
We'll see. You know how it goes. It's a different ball game in shorts and t-shirts than it is in pads. But I think, we were intentional about what we did, the kind of person we brought in, 10 draft picks. We had the most cap space in the league to use in free agency last year, so it gave us a lot of runway to add some good players. And so far, the reviews have been good. It's the right kind of guy. They're team first guys. They're working their asses off, and excited to see them compete over the next couple of weeks and see what we do here in 2 weeks against the Cardinals.
When you first came into the gig and became the GM, like vision-wise and overall, when you're first getting your hands on everything, roster-wise, operation, all of it, like what are some things that you identified that you wanted to clean up and things you wanted to build on that was already happening here?
Well, obviously we had some good players here. Brock Bowers, Max, Michael Mayer. I mean, there was some good draft picks here. Trey Tucker. I could go on and on, but we're trying to build it the right way, where it's sustainable, where it isn't like you pop one time in the playoffs and then boom, you're out. And to me, like the good teams I've been on, I'm lucky to be in my 23rd, 24th year. I got hit in the head a lot of Michigan by Kevin Dudley and those boys. But the good teams I've been on, it's been a high character team. The guys kind of police the locker room. They hold each other accountable. They don't put up with lack of detail or preparation. And so we've really focused on the right kind of people to bring in this organization. It should be an honor to wear the shield. You got to wear it a couple times. It's a cool place. You walk into the Raiders, you walk in this building, you see the silver and the black, and it's neat. And so just we've used words like boring. We've used words like meticulous, but just stay true to who we are and not try to like go for it all at once and then be like, well, we made a big mistake, or 1 year in the playoffs and then you're out and now what? We're trying to get there and stay there for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm. You guys had the first overall pick this year. Everyone since the first top 10 picks were slated, we're like, okay, Fernando Mendoza is going at 1. How important was it for you to get a veteran like Kirk Cousins in here from a leadership standpoint to kind of handle, hey, this is how you operate in the NFL from leadership, what you do in the mornings, how you handle meetings, all those things when you guys were evaluating who to get and who to bring in?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know it's a huge jump. You know better than me from a playing standpoint. It's a huge jump from any position from college to the pros. And there's a lot of stuff that goes in behind the scenes to make a successful player, successful team. And so, obviously we knew whoever we decided we wanted to pick with the first pick, we were going to get them. I mean, there was no mystery in that. But obviously Fernando had the center of our attention. And the idea of bringing in someone like Kirk, someone who's accredited, many seasons, a couple different buildings, prepares the right way, Big Ten guy.
Had been with Kubiak.
That was big. There was some familiarity there. And just the cadence of here's how you approach being a professional quarterback. Here's how you have a 15-year career. It's not just throwing the football and calling plays and It's so much bigger than that. And so it's been and a lack. Kirk's a great dude, and he's selfless, and he's about the team. And so we never talked about, hey, Kirk's got to mentor Fernando.
Mhm.
You just got to show up and work and do the right stuff. And any rookie that's worth having on your roster should just kind of fall in line and be like, oh, I'm observing the way that a true pro does it too.
Yeah. You talked about how Fernando was like the center of your attention. Was there ever a moment where you're like, maybe we'll go with, maybe this guy might be a viable option at 1? Or was it pretty quickly you're like, this is the cat? These back shoulder throws I'm seeing against Oregon are just too good.
Yeah.
Like how soon, like how, you're never like the clock's basically over when
Right, and
you
he's
guys
here.
are drafted. Like
He's
how
here.
soon did you know that you're already off the clock?
And then if you could just put that mic just a little bit closer.
A little bit closer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I got you. I had a great feeling when we went to that pro day and we watched him run that pro day. That was what a general looked like. Like, I'm here for my teammates too. Like, it was important to him to throw to those guys. They had a great group of players at Indiana. And to watch him, I'd never seen him. I've been to a million pro days in my life, it feels like. I've never seen a quarterback take charge of it. Usually there's a quarterback coach out there, whether it's the school's coach or the quarterback guru they're working with. And it was Fernando's deal. And it was important to him to be there. He was intentional. He worked. There was no built-in BS time. He was just rolling through it. And then we got a chance to sit with him after that for about 2 hours and do some installs and do cadences and some of the nuances of, behind the scenes quarterback work. And he kind of just blew us away with it. And it was like, all right, well, as long as he doesn't do anything crazy off the field, which is obviously not in his MO. I mean, I think we're on the right track here. Yeah. So he would have had to do something pretty profound at that point to screw it up.
Is it one of those things too, like being in the room when he walks out and then the door's shut, to where you guys kind of look around and grin and you're like, that this is our guy?
Yeah. I mean, we were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were looking to see today.
Mhm.
And he showed up and he did it.
What's your favorite thing to do in your job? Like, what do you get most excited about? You're like, I'm the GM. Like, everybody would love to sit in the GM chair and kind of operate, whether it's fantasy football or Madden style. But what's like your favorite thing you get to do being a GM?
I've kind of got addicted to draft day trades.
Yeah.
Whether it's up or down, and it's because it's all instinct and it's feel and it's gut and it's experience and it's you never know. Like, you don't know who the team's going to trade up. If you're trading down, who they're going to pick. You don't know who the teams are in between you that are going to pick. And so, you're rolling the dice a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're doing it with, some thought and some intelligence and some recon. And but you don't know how it's going to go. You could trade out of a spot and think, hey, I'm picking up a 4th round pick. We feel great about that. And there's no chance they take this guy. And then they do. And so you get a little adrenaline rush when you do that. And that's a fun thing. But I love being in a locker room still. With a team still. That's probably the thing I got a chance to come in here and work with a bunch of great people every day that are all pulling for one goal. And I think you guys probably feel that too. You grow up in a locker room and that camaraderie that you have in there with the boys. And, a lot of my former teammates at Michigan, they go into the professional world and they're super successful, but they don't have this. And I know they miss this.
Yeah.
And I just love working with a bunch of people for a common goal that's really hard. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to win Super Bowls.
What's the least favorite part of your job?
The injuries to the players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like soul crushing for me sometimes to see these guys work so hard in the off season, lay it on the line, and then like a freak thing, guy falls into your leg. You're just running a route and there's something goes, and then the final cut day is always this. Coming up here in about a month. I mean, that's always a hard day.
Yeah.
Because I have so much respect for the players that they lay it on the line, they work their asses off for it, and then you've got to tell somebody like, hey, your dream here to be a Raider is over for now, and it's a necessary evil in our business. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, but it's never lost on me that you're telling somebody some really hard news, and it's life changing for them. They got to pack up their apartment, their house, and they got to try to find a job somewhere else, and that's never a fun day. Nobody here enjoys that day.
Do you have a cut moment that you'll never forget?
Yeah, I'm not going to name the player, but there was one back in Cleveland where I kind of told the guy the truth, and he was a big dude, and he didn't like it, and he didn't want to hear it. And I said, I'm trying to help you here. Like, these are the things that you can work on. And he was kind of like, I did all that stuff. And I was like, you didn't, and you're not going to be around anymore. And there's a moment in there where you're like, looking for a door. Like if I lose, like if he want, I'm gonna lose. Like I got no chance. But you know, it never goes like that. And you know, he was fine. But it's you know, I try to tell the truth to the guys because otherwise you're just bullshitting them, and you know they don't deserve that. They deserve to hear maybe the reasons why they didn't, or the reasons why they didn't make the team. And I always try to operate like that. You know, whether it's an easy conversation or not. You know, whether they want to hear it or they don't. I try to tell the guys.
From that moment, do you basically now sit near the door?
No.
Keep it propped open with security outside or something going on.
Hey, just stand right outside here.
No. These guys are all good guys. And, you know, it's a hard conversation, but you know, I don't worry.
Yeah.
We had Max on earlier, and a lot of the conversation revolved around like what happened in Baltimore and then coming back. Like, can you give us a little more insight of what took place there? And the trade goes through, and then he fails a physical, and then it automatically is back on your team. Like, what was the conversation like with Max? And then when he's coming back, like, how are you finding out that the team's like, hey, by the way, this is now like null and void. We're gonna send this one back. Like, how did it all work out for you guys?
Yeah. So the last deal for any trade is the physical. So anything can happen up until then. And you know, Eric DeCosta and I had some phone conversations, and I realized that you know this was a possibility. And so I've kind of said like he was never not a Raider. You know, the final thing to make him, what would have made him a Raven was passing that physical, and that obviously didn't happen. And you know, I think the good thing about Max and I's relationship from the start is, you know, we've sat together, we've told each other the truth, we've had some hard conversations. You know, that wasn't an easy time for this organization, that wasn't an easy time for him, but it just when he walked back in the building, it necessitated another hard conversation that he and I hammered up front and decided, hey, you're here, you're a Raider, we're going to put it behind us. And, you know, we expect you to work and to get back on the field as fast as possible. And that's who he is. So I wasn't ever worried about that. And, you know, he wants to win. He wants to see this place be great. He wants to see MD hoist the Super Bowl trophy. And we're all in on that side.
How was it kind of bridging that relationship back? Because obviously there's like falling out stories and everything else that kind of leads to the trade. And then when he's coming back, it's kind of like, you know, Raiders never wanted him to leave. He probably never wanted to actually leave the Raiders, and now you guys are back to where it's like all the truth has been said, and now it's like, hey, now we get to dap up and start building this thing.
Yeah, I asked for his best. I need you to be a great teammate. You know, hey, you're a Raider, let's go. And it might sound simple to you guys, but I think when you have a honest relationship with somebody like that, and you tell each other the truth, which he did from the day I got here up to the day we traded him. And I told him the truth, he told me the truth, and then we told each other the truth when we got back. This is what it's going to take, you know. And he's done it. He's out here on the grass. He's
good
playing
reunion.
Football.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry Jones, I think he was quoted, I don't know if it was yesterday or the last couple of days, talking about how he was a part of those conversations for making Maxx Crosby a Raider. He was at a press conference and said, I never walked away from those, as he was talking about wanting an elite defensive player. You're not going to answer this question.
I'm not.
But I'm going to ask the question. Have you been on the phone with Jerry Jones recently?
I have not seen any Dallas area codes on any of my phones recently.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Somebody wanted to know, so I thought I'd ask.
that was a fan question.
Yeah, that was actually a fan. Actually, we do have fan questions, don't we?
Oh boy,
so
these are always the best ones.
Because we're at the 11 mark.
Yeah, this is for Max.
Yeah, those are for Max.
Let's talk about the Bud Light question. All right, anybody would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. What's something that you would do anything for? I don't know if you've heard some of the examples, but people have talked about wanting to see the dinosaurs for the first time. Aidan said that he would want to hit a hole-in-one in Augusta.
Kirk wants to build a golf course.
Yeah. Brock Bauer says he would just like a nice steak. What's something that you would do anything for? Can't say family.
Jacob Clark just wants more reps.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell Jacob to stay ready. You never know in this league. You guys know that.
I think tomorrow you should just give him like 15 reps and be like, all right, we heard it.
Yeah. This is a tough one for me because my do anything for I actually just got a chance to do. I got a chance to play Augusta in April. That was pretty cool.
No shit.
I didn't get a hole in one.
And that was a bucket list item?
That was kind of it for me. I've got a golf addiction that is probably unhealthy at times for my marriage, but kind of got my kids involved in it, my two boys in it. So we get to go.
The move, too. You got to get the family involved.
Give my wife a little reprieve. I don't know, guys. Like I'm pretty simple.
Who's?
I'd love to have a big boat. I really would.
Okay, that's a good one.
Like a big yacht that I could just cruise the Caribbean. How about that?
There you go.
I grew up on a lake.
That's a great one.
I grew up on a lake in Wisconsin. We used to boat all the time when I was with the Bucks down in Tampa, And I think that would make my wife and my boys really happy. So
how about this one?
Like a 100-foot yacht.
Yeah. I love that answer. I love that answer.
Caribbean.
Island hop in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
As far away from Will as possible. So he can't find me and ask me to do any more of these.
Who is one player that you would trade for?
I'm not going to answer that.
Vita Vea is out there right now.
I know.
Have you thought? Yeah, you've been around Vita Vea, right?
Yeah, I was there when we drafted him.
Great guy, hard worker, plugs up multiple gaps at one time.
You probably blocked him.
A great guy to pair with Maxx Crosby. Something you should think about, right?
Yeah, with Quay.
You have a strong defensive line. It helps your back end.
Maybe you guys can be a GM, build the team the right way too. You know,
we can pop in every now and then.
Yeah, if you need, we're open to be consultants.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. We're expensive, but we can definitely help.
You guys know football. You know what it's like. You know what good players are.
Who would be one player you'd want to trade for?
What do you think it would be?
I'm not actually allowed to answer this question, so
then we can just
we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
But no cameras.
No cameras. I think we feel. I mean,
we feel good.
We're
We
here.
gotta let him go.
Yeah,
do
we
some
gotta let him.
business
He's got to
stuff.
work.
Yeah, like maybe work the phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case an area code pops up or something like that.
See what players are out there on the wire.
Yeah. Coach, we appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate
Coach,
you guys,
GM.
man.
Appreciate you guys. Give a round of applause real quick.
With the last name like Spygate, it's natural to say Coach Spygate.
He clapped. And actually, you know what? I actually caught him on the tail end of a clap, and I called him out for no reason.
Oh, okay.
That's my bad. That's my bad.